giveaway, you say? Oh, yeah. Figure Fight Club is the official giveaway channel of Action Figure YouTube.
Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures. Welcome to Figure Fight Club, where collectors come to play. Discussions from relevance to hot toys shaped by collecting weight. Pour a drink for yourself, collect your thoughts. Join us on this journey in action-packed talks. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the flow, with the flow. Welcome with the flow, with the flow. Raise your drinks up high and let's cheers. You're among collectors and like-minded peers. From stores to conventions, we take you backstage, exploring figures from modern day to the Stone Age. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the flow, with the flow.
Welcome to Figure Fight Club, folks. It is Friday, the start of the weekend. Let's see what we're going to get into. We have a great guest for us tonight, but before we bring out the guests, we have to bring out our co-host. So let's bring him out, Lou. Welcome.
I like the new music. Thank you.
Was that
It's
new music?
newer. It's more up my alley. I can get down with that. It's cool.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. Talib is working late tonight, so hopefully he could pop in later on in this evening in the show. Hello to every one of you in the chat right now.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. We're gonna
Happy
have a great night. Let's bring out our guests. It's going to be Encountered Culture, Kenny. I'm trying to find a good song, but I'm just going to play this. It says extra, so let's figure out what that is. Welcome, Kenny.
Hey, I'll take that. Little Smashing Pumpkins. Never hurt anybody.
Exactly.
So,
hopefully it doesn't hurt me when it.
yeah, I guess you'll find out. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, thank you for being our VIP tonight, man. I appreciate that.
No, man. Thank you for having me, extending the invite. It's always good to hang out with Yabi, and I'm looking forward to this. Be good to just bullshit for a little bit.
We met twice this year.
We did, yeah.
In person, twice.
Yeah.
Which is cool because we was at Toy Tuber Expo was the first time we met, and then Legions Con, right?
Yep, yeah, Toy Tuber and Legions Con, yep.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So you do go to a lot of shows too.
I try to. What I find is like they're always in New Jersey for some reason, though.
To be fair,
yeah, I don't know what that's about. But, yeah.
I agree, man. I don't know why it's always in Jersey. It doesn't make sense to me either. But you know what? It is what it is. I mean, I don't like Jersey, personally speaking. Like, it smells bad to me.
Yeah.
I smell it as soon as I get out of the airport. I'm just like, yep, that's Jersey. I'm in Jersey. That's
but
it.
they find a way to bring us back.
Yeah.
You come back for the toys and
you come back for the toys. That's right.
I don't come back for the city ever.
The toys and the hoagies. I think that's it.
The hoagies. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I get.
So, Kenny, are you up from that area? Are you up the northeast?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like in the DC area.
Okay. All right.
But I did live in Jersey for a couple of years.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I'm sorry too. That's why I don't like to go back there. But yet it finds a way to keep bringing me back. So
you're from the DC area, and the funny thing is, I hate going to the DC area. I work for a company in Ashburn, and like once a month or once every other month, they make me fly down to Ashburn, and I'm just like, God, why? I hate it. And it's always on like a Monday night, and then my meeting's on Tuesday, and then Tuesday night I fly home. But then open mic night, I'm always in the airport.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I always do, like, if you see me at the airport, I'm flying for work. Otherwise, I don't fly on Tuesday generally.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Yes. Well, we have you on, so I wanted to bring you on and to actually talk to you because, again, we've had a few conversations at the cons, and I thought the viewership would enjoy you as a person, and also, check out his channel, Encounter Culture, on YouTube. Let's talk about you, though. How long have you been collecting for?
So I mean, I think with everybody, right? It goes back to being a kid and collecting, not collecting at that time. You just have toys and you're just playing with toys, right? And that's kind of where it all starts. I think as an adult, collecting action figures and stuff, that I probably didn't pick that back up until around 2014 time frame.
Thank you for not saying during COVID.
No, and I understand a lot of. I mean, that didn't help anybody's collecting, but probably around 2014, and the reason is so like I collected a little bit up until I was into my late teens, 19 is when I joined the Air Force. So like I spent 8 years in the Air Force, and that time was when I really got away from collecting. So it wasn't until I got out that
so you're in the Air Force.
I picked it up again. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of where that period of time of not collecting was that time there. But so I think around 2014 I got back into it, and really with like, and people are going to talk shit about it, but like McFarlane movie maniacs, right? Like
dude, there's nothing wrong with McFarlane movie maniacs.
Look, I love those. They look great. They don't articulate for shit, but they're glorified statues, right? But
yeah,
they look great. They were this awesome representation of movies and nostalgia and things that I had fondness for, right? So like movies and music were always a big thing. So if I could find a way to like join that with collecting figures, that was like an awesome thing that I could join those two hobbies with, right? So yeah. So
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the movie maniac stuff, because like I was a big movie buff. Like I collected movies. Like I bought DVDs, Blu-rays, and all that stuff. And I actually bought like these McFarlane movie maniac stuff just to insert into like my DVD shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they just look cool. It was like it made it look whole,
Exactly. And not the modern ones, because those are like a bastardization of that original movie maniacs line. But
yeah, I know what you're talking about. The newer ones. They were like 5 inches tall. Like, why the hell they're so small? No, I get that.
Yeah, not those. But.
Now, so the movie maniacs is really what kind of got you back into collecting then, as an adult.
Yeah.
So where did you see yourself kind of going from there? Like, did you start dipping into Marvel? Or
So the MCU, right? That's the it's kind of,
I did it.
Yeah. Well, because that's where it kind of moved over, right? So it was like collecting movie stuff, and going from and obviously NECA with the real toys stuff too. That was a big thing I was collecting. MCU got popular. A lot of stuff was coming out, so that's where I dipped into Legends. But not far. Like my MCU collection has always been pretty small. But once I got into those, then it was like, all right, well, what else do they have? Now I'm rediscovering like what I was collecting as a kid with the X-Men, like the comic stuff, right? So getting back into the comics and those figures. Because when I was a kid, those Toy Biz, the 5-inch like Toy Biz figures, that was my favorite thing to collect. It was like when we could get those, when my mom could afford to get them, then we got them. And so like I had such a deep fondness for those, and then kind of rediscovering that with Legends, that's how that kind of moved into collecting those. I've always, and aside from Marvel, like I've always collected Superman stuff, so that never stopped. Like I still have a lot of the Superman action figures from when I was a kid. I collected that through Mattel, through DC Direct and everything. And currently with McFarlane, despite my better judgment, but you know,
Listen, all those Supermans aren't that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a new, like the new stuff is actually pretty dope. I really
Yeah.
like the newer stuff that he's doing. Yeah.
So that, like when I say 2014, I guess the one thing, like Superman, I was always kind of buying little Superman things here and there, but never maintaining a collection. So 2014 is when I really started to build up, like, all right, I'm gonna display this stuff. All right, I'm gonna do this and see how it goes. And like a lot of my close friends, that's what they were doing at the time. They were buying houses, you know, they had their basements set up, their man cave set up, and you know, they were like, all right, well, a lot of my friends group, going back to the movies thing, like we all grew up working at movie theaters. We all collect movies, have big DVD, Blu-ray collections and everything like that. So like you said, it was kind of mixing that stuff into the display with the movies. And that's what they did. And I was like, all right, this is kind of cool. I like what you guys are doing down here. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna start doing that. So
You just get ideas from friends and just kind of run with it, right?
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what's up, man. So you're in your basement right now, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So how has your collection evolved over time?
It's expanded drastically. So I think coming from before we jumped on stream, I was telling you how I used to live up in Baltimore.
Yep.
So I had a house up in Baltimore. I had a basement set up, but that was an old house. The basement was like a concrete floor. So I kept the displays to a minimum because anytime a figure would fall, right, then it's goodbye to that figure. That one's done. It's dead and gone. Exactly, right. Just shatters into 100 pieces. When we moved here, it kind of gave a little bit more space, a little bit safer environment for the figures. So that way I was able to put up like more shelves and kind of expand the collection and really
behind you, you got a shit ton of shelves. I already see it.
Yeah. And like that's all just like the movie stuff. Not all of it. I mean, some of it, there's the whole top shelf is just Beetlejuice stuff, right? So just kind of and being able to build all that out and dedicate the actual space, because like if we go down this wall, that's all Legends like down there. So
ooh, you're gonna share. Let me supersize you.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn,
that's awesome.
I do like the ambiance in the room though, man. The blue lights in the background, I do like that. That looks really dope.
Yeah, thank you. And so that was, man, so about a year or so ago, I was like, all right, I'm going to rearrange this. And you know, every time you have that idea, it sounds like a good idea. Yeah. And then you start taking everything down and then you're like, why the fuck did I do this to myself? So I took everything down. So that whole wall, took all that down because that actually was the DC and random stuff over here before. The Legends were on the other wall. So I took everything down on both sides, rearranged it all, put all these LED light, like it's like tape, right? So it just tapes to the back of the shelf, and then you can just run it, you know, however you want, design that however you want. And then you have a remote, you can change the light colors and everything. So like really elevated the display, right? It does add like this really nice ambiance, like you said. So yeah, I mean, it was a pain in the ass, but then once it's done, you're like, all right, that I kind of like that, right? It looks
it's worth it.
Yeah,
the work that you put in was worth every bit.
How often do you rearrange your shelves?
Yeah, probably like every year and a half to 2 years. What I've been doing though, so what I've been doing, because you know how it goes, right? Like everything's set up. You walk into the room and there's just a pile of figures on the floor, right? Somebody decided to take a fall and just knock everything off the shelf, right? Yeah. So what I started doing with that, I was like, well, I got to do something. I got to use this for something. So that's when I started doing like those This Old Shelf videos, like the construction videos, right? I'm like, all right, well, we got to rebuild this project, do a renovation over here. So anytime that happens, you know, I just got to turn it into content. So that's just me building a display, right? So that has become part of it. So I haven't really done a full like revamp in about a year, and I would probably not do it for a while.
That's got to be time consuming, right? That has to be time consuming.
Absolutely.
Well, the amount, like you just showed me that little corner of your room. I'm sure there's more on the other side too. So like, I dreaded, right? Like me personally, like I dread like reorganizing stuff. Like I need to do it now, and I'm just like I gotta take every figure down, then put every figure back in, and like while it's empty, might as well DOS too while we're at it. So it's just like,
and it's like that thing where you say to yourself, all right, I'm going to get this done in one weekend, right? And then a month later, you're still like picking figures off the table to put them in places. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
No, I get it, man. Like I've been wanting to, like right behind me, I have the Swarm shelf, which I want to move now all the way at the bottom shelf down here. That's just the shelf down here has really nothing, like it's just random stuff. And I want to put my Hot Toys. I want to display my Hot Toys because I just got 3 loose Hot Toys, and I was like, I got to display these now. It's time to display some Hot Toys. Without, I mean, it won't be cased up or anything, but at least it'll look nice altogether.
Yeah, they display very well. It'll look cool.
Yeah. But now I got to figure that out, but it's just like I'm dreading the whole process because there's probably like 100 figures on that shelf alone. So I'm just like, gotta take all these down, then put them all back up.
Yeah, so to that point, so these like,
you're gonna show us?
These Sentinels are coming in, right? So I got.
How many did you get? How many did you get?
4.
4.
Damn. So now that's what I'm doing like this weekend, and it's going to be a weekend project, right? But check back with me in about a month, and I'm still working on this X-Men display, but. So I'm taking all of the X-Men Legends down tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm every single shelf, every team, every X-Men shelf, taking it all down, redoing that so I can incorporate an X-Men 97 shelf in there. So, yeah, like I said, the goal is to have that done by Sunday. Hopefully by February, I'll be done. So,
yeah. I mean, I think you got this. I would aim for like January. That's what I would.
Yeah.
You got this. I think you got this. I mean, if realistically, if you're really like truly about it, you'll get it done by tomorrow or like by Sunday.
That's true.
Yeah. Because my goal is also for this weekend to put my Hot Toys up, and like I've been making that same goal every weekend for the past like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But tomorrow it's gonna fucking happen, dude. It's gonna happen.
We got this.
It's gonna happen. I hope. Hopefully. Maybe. It just depends. But now today, right? So we talked a lot. Like, it seems like you collect a little bit of everything. You have your toes in like every different line at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
So your wallet is probably hurting right now, just like everyone else's.
Yeah, man. Like it's been a brutal couple of weeks actually, because not weeks. I already paid for the Ghostbusters HasLab last year, but a lot has come in the last few weeks. And it's just nonstop, right? And like Hasbro can't control their timelines, so
it's been one of the worst years with that. Everything coming in all at once and faster than initially projected, right? It's
I feel like it's Hasbro and Mezco that's been doing that though.
Yeah,
Hasbro and Mezco have been just pushing everything out. Like, here, take it. I'll take your money, and you just take the product, and you're good.
Yeah,
but I don't really buy Hasbro often, so I'm good, dude. I'm safe.
So you're all right. You're right.
I've marked myself safe, unless it's like unless I find something at Ross, then it's like okay, I'm good.
Yeah. So and like speaking of the Ross thing, like I wish I would find, and I guess that'll kind of get us into toy hunting around here, but like. I never find shit at Ross, man. And every time I walk into Ross, it's like I'm walking into, a war zone. Like there's just shit everywhere. And 5 toy items and 4 of them are Barbies, so it's like,
Wait, is your Ross is that bad? Is there that many collectors in your area though?
It's just me and Pock Photos, but I guess he's getting everything. No, I don't know.
So Pock Photos is not in your area too?
Yeah. We're close.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. You'll see why at the end of the show.
All right.
So it's interesting. So I wasn't a collector when I lived in your area. Like I didn't collect toys, so I don't know what the hunt was like.
Yeah.
when I lived in Maryland, I had just started collecting in that area, and I didn't really have that many issues in Maryland.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
would say. Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
No, I was
go
just
ahead.
gonna say, I would say like the targets are usually good. Like I find all the Target stuff, it's just the Ross, and it's because we all do this, right? Somebody posts photos, and you're like, oh shit, they got this stuff, and then you go to Ross, but this Ross was 5 states over in the middle of nowhere, right? And they have everything that's out. I go and it's Bluey and Barbie and
Bluey.
yeah.
So, dude, like, I would drive out to like Centerville or some shit. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would do personally. Like, I would go to like weird, obscure places. I wouldn't hit like Loudoun County at all because there's too many damn people live there, and there's probably a lot of collectors.
Yeah, no, and that makes sense. The thing is, there's like 5 Ross stores in a pretty small radius, right? And you're like, all right, there's got to be a shot here, but
there's got to be more than 5 Rosses in your area, dude. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
100%. It depends how long you want to drive. I mean, granted,
no, that's fair.
2 miles in your area is like 20 minutes. So,
exactly. That's why the radius 2 miles. That's takes all day.
Yes, 100%. So before we jump on to other things, your spouse also collects.
Yeah, she does.
I found that very interesting, actually. When I had watched one of your videos, she's in the Super Mario Brothers, right?
Yeah. So big into Super Mario Brothers. So pretty like every Jax Mario figure that has come out since the beginning, she has. She even gets into like the SH Figure Arts for Mario stuff.
Really? I didn't even know SHF made Mario stuff.
Oh yeah, not much. They only have a like Mario, Luigi, a Bowser, and maybe a couple of others. They don't have a lot, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like super into it, and that was good, right? Like when we first met and started dating, that's one of the things too, where you're like, well, do I show her these action figures? But it already worked out because like she already had a Super Mario Brothers tattoo, So I was like, all right, we're good. All right, so
okay. All right.
Is that how you guys met? Where you're like, oh shit, you're a nerd chick. This is gonna be perfect.
No, because it's like it's like on her forearm, so she was wearing like a long sleeve shirt, so I didn't even know the first time we met. So it just kind of through talking, and then when finally like we started talking about that kind of stuff, that's how I found out. And then I went to her place and she had a full display of Mario stuff, and I'm like, all right, we're good.
Wait, so
we're good.
So does her toys display in your room too, in your man cave?
No, so
she has her own cave.
She does, yeah. So
that's awesome.
One of the spare rooms. She used to work from home. Like now we're all back in the office all the time, but. So she had like her space set up, so all of her displays are in there. Yeah, so she's got her own dedicated space, which is good because it doesn't take away from my space. And then she can only talk so much shit to me about it. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I get that. Is there any competition between you two though?
No, it's actually more like it's like alcoholics enabling each other, it's we shouldn't be doing this,
But you guys are like, when you go hunting looking for stuff for each other as well, like, I gotta buy this for you.
Yeah. And then sometimes like we'll be out and she'll be like, should I buy this? I'm like, yeah, you should buy it. Like, don't ask me if you should buy something. Have you seen this space? Like, don't ask me for advice.
I like this comment by Initial Goose. Encounter, blink twice if she's in the room and you cannot speak freely. That's awesome. But it's fun though. It's something you guys can bond over as well, collecting. And like my wife doesn't collect at all, right? I mean, well, maybe she collects like shoes and purses and stuff. It's a different collection.
Still though, use that to your advantage.
I try to. It just I have. I have way too many damn. I spend way more than she does on stuff. Like, and it's very clear. Like, especially when like starting the whole TCG shit, like the kids. Yeah. That's been like a whole new like ridiculous passion and expense, I should say. Mm-hmm. It's been like, even she came up to me. She's like, "Hey, she normally never does this," and she was like, "Hey, you just dropped $300 at GameStop. What'd you buy?" I was like, "Pokemon cards." And then she was like, "Wow, okay." She's like, "All right, is this you gonna stop anytime soon?" I was like, "One day,
man,
one day." Oof. Maybe. I was like, "I'll slow down. I got you. I got the hint. I got the message. I'll slow down." until next month. Then we're ready to go again.
Yeah.
That's cool though. You guys can bond over that, and that's dope. I like hearing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's bonding until an Ecto 1 shows up one week, and then 4 Sentinels show up, another week. But
she's gonna be buying a fucking Mario Kart, like life size, and keep it in the garage.
Yeah. So I got that going for me.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. So like, today, we talked about you dipping in and everything. What's some of your favorite lines you like to collect?
Yeah. So I mean, aside from Legends, like this year, just like everybody else, I've really gotten into the Jada Street Fighter stuff, because that does have that nostalgia factor to it. The Jack Simpson stuff has been fun to collect. It's cheap, simple stuff, but it looks the part. It's been good. One of the favorite things, even though I really hate the price, has been those Mondo Real Ghostbusters, right? Like
Mondo.
Ooh, yeah. They look fantastic for that price tag.
I mean, they look great. They look fantastic, but I do not think they are worth the price, but they look great. So
yeah.
And they are the company that have it. So that's what we got. Yeah. So those have been some of the best things this year. I also started collecting Joes this year. So I've been putting that off because I was like, I really don't want to dive into another line that deep.
Okay.
But I've been very selective with it, and really
how deep did you get?
Not very. So it's really just been relying on stuff that's on sale, getting key characters. Like you have to have Cobra Commander. I have Duke, but it's probably about 25 figures at the moment. So between Joe's and Cobra. So
the good thing about Hasbro in general is it tends to go on sale fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So it comes out a month later is probably already on that 50% off.
Yeah, which is wild too. Going back to the Ross thing, so you're seeing the stuff that came out this summer, like Rock and Roll, Cobra Commander, like those retro cards are Televiper, those are already showing up at Ross, right? It's like, man, they're not messing around. They're quick to turn those, but
yeah, it's interesting how it is actually, especially with I know Lord of Brooklyn might be in the chat right now since he's from Hasbro headquarters. Why do all the Hasbros go on sale so quickly?
Yes, please tell us.
Yes, we'd like to know, because you guys charge us a arm and a leg up front, and then you just have to wait 2 weeks and you got that first sale.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to choose one line compared to all the ones you collect, which one would it be?
Man,
I do ask some rough questions here and there.
No, that's good. Honestly, and probably unpopular opinion, but if I had to only collect one line, it would be and I mean they're shit figures for the most part, but NECA Ultimates, they just they offer the most nostalgic value to me, and they keep
going down that movie. It's going down that movie path
with the movie, with the movie thing. So that I think that would keep the most personal value to me in a collection, So
I mean, honestly, the old NECA stuff was kind of shitty, but the newer stuff is actually pretty decent. Like I got that Pee Wee Herman, and that's a good figure. I enjoyed the figure. And hey, listen, you could judge me all day long, but they have that 2-pack from Wednesday coming out with Wednesday Addams and that Wolf chick, her roommate. I'm gonna buy that. I want that 2-pack. I think that looked good. I saw it at I forgot where I saw it. New York, I think. Comic Con.
Yeah.
It looked good. I was like, I'll buy that.
Yeah. And they also have Beetlejuice, so like Beetlejuice is probably my favorite movie of all time. So if I'm gonna be stuck with collecting one line, that's where I would go.
No, I get where you're coming from there. I mean, even the Beetlejuice figure is not that bad. I have 2 of them from NECA.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't mind NECA's figures. I mean, yes, the older stuff, you got to be very careful. Like, I still haven't opened my TMNT stuff yet.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I'm lying. I did open that, the leader of the Foot Clan, like the Japanese dude. I did open him because I had an extra. And I really just wanted the clothes, but it was actually a really good figure. I was like, wow, this is pretty nice.
Nice.
So so there's 2 top 5 questions I have.
Okay.
So we'll start with the obvious one since we are ending 2025. What is your top 5 figures of 2025?
All right, top 5 figures of 2025. So, I would say Gargantos is going to be probably like at the 4 or 5 area.
Mm-hmm.
Are we counting Dragon Man made to order stuff or
yeah?
I
mean,
it's
2025.
Yeah, 2025. We'll throw Dragon Man in there. I'll give it to the Mondo Real Ghostbusters Boogeyman because that figure is fantastic. Yeah. It looks the part 100%. No notes on that. The Mafex Superboy.
Okay.
That's
that new one with the leather coat.
Yeah, that's been one of my favorite figures that I picked up this year. Looks great. Like they did, and they should for the press, right? Like they did great with that. Especially when you compare it to what McFarlane gave me, So it's definitely the best. I would think those are up there. I haven't opened this Sentinel yet, but we'll see how that is probably in the top 5.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say it's a really good figure.
So a lot of legends in there, but they did actually put out some really big, really nice figures this year. But so top 2 is going to be that Mondo Boogeyman and the Mafex Superboy. Like those are just great figures.
Gotcha.
I mean, I can understand that. Now, out of your entire collection, what is your top 5 in your collection? And that's something similar to what Initial Goose had asked earlier. I did flag it, so if you guys are asking questions, I am flagging them. You have 30 seconds to exit your house in a safe and orderly manner because all the fucking shit has to hit the fan. Everything else you need is packed. What 3 figures do you grab? He said 3. I always ask 5.
Okay. Number 1 is going to be, so it's a Labyrinth. If you guys are familiar with the movie Labyrinth, David Bowie. So I have the Jareth and Hoggle 2-pack. That was a grail of mine for a long time. It's you don't see a lot of listings for it. It's always 150, 200 plus for the figures, even though they're old and outdated. So that would definitely be up at the top of the list. I'll probably grab Galactus because you don't want to leave him behind.
I mean, I understand for multiple reasons why you don't want to leave him behind.
On that note, I guess we'll go with the Sentinel as well. I got to keep those 2 going.
Oh man, it's gonna be a heavy trip. You better bag.
Yeah, well, I got those like this, and then hopefully I have a bag to throw the other ones in because the rest will be small, but I got to carry those 2 like under the arms.
You got pockets.
I got a pocket up here. I can throw something in. So I was, because I'm looking over here. I was like, this McFarlane Metallica set, right? But there's no way that's going. That's gone.
McFarlane Mattel. Oh, you just upset Lou. Initial Goose is saying also one trip.
One trip. Okay. All right. So I'll get Galactus and the Sentinel over here. The rest will just be 6 or 7 inch figures. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll go with that. Then,
Don't feel pressured by Initial Goose. He's a bully.
No.
Yeah,
He makes a good point.
If you want to risk your life and run back into the burning house, you can.
I'll probably grab. I have to grab a Superman, but I got to figure out which one. See, and these are in the moment.
That's where
decisions.
it gets difficult, right?
Yeah. All right. So it's going to be the DC Direct Cyborg Superman because that's a really nice figure.
Okay.
So that's what 4 at this point. And then, I guess because they're new, I would say the Sentinel, but those are available in stock on Hasbro Pulse, so I could buy a new one tomorrow. That'll be fine.
Insurance money, baby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's go Fin Fang Foom Bath. All right, that one seems, that's a big one though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Another big one.
I'm gonna be struggling to get out of the house. All right, I might just perish with everything.
You
so
can crawl. You can crawl too.
I might just go with it.
What you could also do is just take off your shirt and put a bunch of toys
Make
in
a
there.
little
Bag out of it.
little carry. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways. But that was a good question.
No, it's a great question because now I'm looking at all the rest of the figures. They're looking at me like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's like
Goose had another
Toxic Avenger figure over there. That should probably go. Oh, well. Anyway, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no. Goose did have another good question that I flagged. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by your collection? Has anything outside of accidentally breaking a figure really stressed you out or made you anxious about collecting in your collection?
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. So, I mean, I do these reviews, right? For what I don't know why I decided to. Well, here's why I decided to start doing that, and then I'll get into the answer to the question. So, the reason for doing that was so I actually when I get the figure, I open the figure, I look at the figure, and then I put the figure on the shelf. Because otherwise, what do you find happening, right? Like if you're buying a lot of figures, then you have a pile of stuff, right? And then it just kind of piles up, and then you look at that pile, and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Right?
Mhm.
So then you look at that, and that still happens from time to time, and I think those are the moments. But also back to rearranging the displays, right? Those are the actual moments when everything's off the shelf and I'm just looking at all these figures laying in front of me. Yeah, in that moment I'm like, do I put these back on the shelf or do I just burn the house down? I don't know.
I actually understand where you're coming from because I have 3 boxes on the floor of my man cave upstairs, and they're filled with toys. And these are toys I bought this year that have not made it on the shelf. Yet I have comic books and random shit on the shelf right now. I'm just like, wait a second. I don't even keep comics or read them for that matter. So why are they even in the room? They're just taking up space.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I have again boxes of toys on the floor right now that need a space. Like Gargantos, right? You were talking about Gargantos. I bought that figure and it looks great. Yeah. I just don't know what to do with it now. I opened it, played with it, and I was like, all right, well,
he's right here. I still haven't put him anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know where to put him. He's in the box. He's in one of the boxes. I was like, he's not going to be on display because I don't have anything for him to. Yeah, I don't know how to display it. Yep. So I was just like, well, what do I do with this? I might make a list of things I want to get rid of, and that's going to be on top of that list.
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks dope. It's a great looking figure. It's just, it doesn't fit in.
And that too, that's kind of the thing you have to ask yourself, right? All right, this looks great. I do want it, but where's it going to go? And and then I think that's when the FOMO kicks in. Even though we all know how to just shut that off, but sometimes wow, this looks great. I got to get that. I'll figure it out later.
It does happen a lot, dude. FOMO is a real thing.
Nah, for sure. Even if you like are sitting there like, nah, it's fine. Like I'll be all right, you know. And you skip stuff and then you get it later. But some of those things just really grab you, right?
Yeah. No, I definitely understand where you're coming from there.
I find this happening a lot when I go to these toy shows. Like I always go to these shows and I always buy something from Valaverse, right? And I'm like, they're all still in box. I don't know where I'm putting these things. I don't have a dedicated space for, you know, any of this Action Force stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'll mix it in with the Joes, but
Yeah, you can do that.
But they look good, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy this, you know. And here I am with just a bunch of Action Force cards, not doing anything. So,
dude, the amount of
Action Force full of Action Force right now, not including all this Action Force that I've got displayed everywhere, because it's like become. My number 1 or 2 is Action Force today.
Yeah.
But I've got so much unopened Action Force in boxes. I went and got the new Troopers. I got a bunch of them in waiting for that tin that's coming out next month. Yeah. It's like, well, I got the Troopers ready to put the gear on them, but yeah, it's overwhelming.
Tell me about it, man. Mm-hmm. The amount of Action Force I own is honestly like insane. And I'm being upfront. I had 3 pink Vanguards at one point. I have 2 now. It's insane. I have literally like 6 boxes filled with action, like big boxes filled with Action Force, brand new.
Yeah.
And like some of these are old. Some of them are a bloody variant. You know, they're just older stuff, and it's dope. I mean, I like it. At the same time, it's like, what the hell am I doing with myself? Like, why do I have boxes of toys in my master bedroom?
Yeah. Like, well, I'll figure it out at some point. Yeah.
I know, but I hate boxes, dude. I absolutely, and I refuse to buy a storage unit. I refuse, absolutely refuse.
No, I think that's good, because at that point you have to really ask yourself, what am I doing here?
Yeah. You buy them just to throw in a storage, then you're doing it wrong.
Exactly. That's why I refuse to buy a storage unit. It's like, no, I can't do it. Like, I mean, I probably went a little overboard on the Vanguards a little bit.
Yeah,
I didn't need 9. No,
that's fair. I didn't need 4 Sentinels. I don't know why I did that.
Well, see, guilty, right? I mean,
well, it's like Kenny, you were talking about how you said you got about 25 or so GI Joes, right?
Yeah, right
roughly?
Now.
Yeah. I've got about 25 bats.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Just bats. So yeah. It's like, why? I don't know, because I wanted bats and I wanted to army build bats.
Yeah. You're like, well, they look great. Yeah. I would like many of those. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Why not? And its sales happen, and you're like, oh, I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
Why the hell not? It was sitting there. So yeah. No. It's. That's when things just get out of control.
I want to highlight what Warp Frenzy said. You'd buy way more if you had a storage unit. And
of course.
He's absolutely correct. I would, because then I know I have a safe place to put them.
Absolutely.
That's where it's like a big no-go for me. It's like, no, dude, I can't.
Then the next step is I start putting shelves in that storage unit. I just start displaying, and that becomes like, oh, look, let me take you to my other display. No, I mean, that's right. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So I have actually pondered the idea of buying my neighbor's house, just so I could use it as like a toy house. I asked my wife about it, and she was like, "Wait, you want to buy our neighbor's house just to put your toys in it?" I was like, "Yeah. Can I do that?" And she's like, "No."
There's a celebrity. Oh, there's a celebrity. I think it's actually Mariah Carey. She has an entire house just for like dolls or some shit. Weird, some weird rich people thing. But there's maybe it might not be more. There is a celebrity out there that has an entire house dedicated just for that.
I'm sure there's a few celebrities.
There's more than one. I'm sure.
That have a house dedicated just for that.
Likely. Yep.
Yes, 100%. Now, let's talk. What are you saying, Lou?
I'm trying. Off the top of my head, I can't remember his name right now. But there's that one guy who's involved with Star Wars, but he got involved because of being a collector. I'm trying to remember his name. He's an older guy.
Oh.
Do you know?
So like with Star Wars, there's Brandon, Mr. Stevie might be with Star
Not
Wars.
Mr. Stevie. He's an older guy, probably in his 60s, 70s. I'm trying to remember his name. If anybody in the chat can remember, if anybody of you guys know what I'm talking about, but he's basically got an entire museum to all vintage Star Wars, anything that was Star Wars from 77 through 85, and that's his thing. And it's like, wow. And he's got this whole place. It's like he lives here, but he's got a house or whatever that's his museum. God, I can't remember the name of the guy. Steve Stansweet.
Yeah,
thank
Compulsive Collector. John had it.
Thank you, Compulsive Collector. That was it.
There you go, Steve. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool. That's impressive.
War Frenzy, they're not that cheap near me, dude. Houses are expensive as shit everywhere right now.
Dude, yeah. And with the interest rates, not forget it, man.
I know, man. The interest rates. Oof.
Rancho Obi-Wan. There you go. Action fit Joe figures.
Now, Kenny, did anyone ever discourage you from collecting?
Nah, I mean, at least not the people I surround myself with, I guess.
Yeah,
I think everybody, I think anybody who ends up coming down here is always just like, oh my God, I don't, maybe that's a little bit of judgment in a way, but no, they're always.
Yeah. So here's my next question to go off of that, right? Like, so you guys obviously have couple friends and all that stuff, right? And and sometimes you don't, you'll have parties or dinner parties or guests over, and then they finally come over and see your collection. Like, how's that reaction like?
No, it's always like a little bit of shock and all, but then people walk around and are like, oh my God, like I remember that. I remember this. Oh wow, I haven't seen that. So it kind of like ignites that nostalgia within them, right? And then everybody comes in and then they enjoy it. They get a little bit of joy out of it. Maybe they talk shit after they leave, but I don't know. I'm not there, so who cares? Plus, they probably collect Pokemon cards, so they fuck themselves.
Right.
Nah, I'm joking, Abby. I'm joking.
I mean, to be fair, I mostly buy them for my kids, but I keep all the expensive ones. That's the rule.
That's the way to do it.
That is really the rule. I was like, listen, you can have all the other cheap cards. I just want the ones that are like $5 and above. Because I can use that. Then that's trade bait at that point.
Exactly.
True. Yeah.
No, I think everybody's been. So even like my in-laws, right? So my in-laws are from Brazil. They're they don't see this kind of stuff. They come here, and my father-in-law's like, this is amazing, right? Like he's because he loves all of this like 80s stuff. Anything that came out of the States, in the 80s, 90s, like he loves it. So he sees it. He's like, yeah, this is fantastic. So it's everybody kind of comes down and I think just gets that little spark of this is nostalgia, right? Everybody's got something they're nostalgic for. So
I agree with that. I mean, it is, there's a lot of nostalgia in this, and I mean, just like what you said, like these people who are not collectors and they don't really know you collect, like. I actually love the reactions I get when people like just take that first step in and they look.
Yeah.
Their jaw drops. They're like, holy shit. Like there's a curse word that comes out.
Yeah.
There could be different ones, of course, but their jaw always drops and then they just sit in the room for like 40 minutes.
And just walk around, right?
And the chit chat about everything, every figure. They'll stop at Star Wars. They'll look at Beetlejuice. They'll look at like even like Ganesha, like the Indian stuff.
Yeah.
They'll look at everything, and then like my wall, I have photos on my wall too. There's like half naked women and / like boudoir stuff on the wall, and then they'll talk about that for like 20 minutes. So they spend a lot of time in my man cave, and I was like, you should go downstairs now. I'm like, get out of my room.
Get out.
Like this is it's my space.
I mean, in a way, it's like a little miniature museum, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
people like
Yeah.
to look at stuff, and if it's something that they can relate to on any level, then yeah, they're gonna like something there. You know.
Hmm. Yep, it's interesting. Absolutely.
That's very true.
So,
Chris, I like Christopher Allen's comment. If I had a storage unit, my wife would probably start suspect that I was cheating. She would be like, "Where are you always disappearing? Relax, just to visit my toy."
What's up, Christopher Allen?
My thought, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well.
what's going on, Mython? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, dude, it's always fun just having people look at your collection too, like non-collectors, because it's like yeah, you could have this, and they're like, I
Yeah.
don't really want this, because the first question is, how much money did you spend?
Yeah, well, yeah, don't ask that question. So
Never ask that question. Yeah.
yeah, and like I don't help myself either because you know just like a lot of people, I collected vinyl for a long time. I still do, but like
Okay.
that was something I have like always collected, and so you know they'll see my record collection, and then they'll come down here and see this, and you know then that question comes on. You know, don't worry about it. All right, I'm not responsible. Okay, that's the
Not responsible. I'd be like, listen, I'm very responsible. This is fun money, okay? Leave me alone.
And who's to say how you spend your money?
yeah,
You know?
exactly.
I
You make
totally
money.
agree. 100%.
So-
100%.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cleva's Multiverse.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I've been following him a bit.
yeah, we had him on, and we were talking to him, and he put it into like this really great perspective, right? So people will quickly talk shit about how much you spend on toys if they're not into it, right? It's like, why are you throwing your money away on this $25, $30 toy? But easily we'll spend $35, $40, $50 on Uber Eats delivery, right? Like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm gonna pay those extra fees to get this meal delivered to me, which I will eat and then I will never see again, and that's that, right?
Or drugs or alcohol.
Or cigarettes or
cigarettes.
yeah. So
There's
it's
so
like
many things you could spend a lot of money on. I mean, strip clubs.
strip clubs. Yeah.
Everybody's spending it on something. You know,
Exactly.
and that's,
Yeah.
it does not. Everybody's got something, no matter what it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally
mean to
get you.
cut you
Toys
off.
are fun. Life needs to be fun. You said you're cutting me off?
No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You didn't. You didn't.
Oh, okay.
Let's go back to now. You know, we talked a lot about what you collect. Has there been any lines you've abandoned? Over the years?
Well, as soon as I can, it'll be McFarlane, but that time has not come yet.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people give shit to McFarlane, but I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah, but they're not that good either.
Yeah, but there's just like an old school DC Mattel. Remember DC Mattel? Come on,
Yeah.
I can't be the only one who remembers DC Mattel.
Well, But the thing about it is, so many other lines and companies have evolved, while McFarlane is kind of staying in the whole, you know, sticking to their guns, and which has good and bad, I suppose, because sticking to their guns mean the entire line fits with itself from start to finish, rather than Hasbro that likes to update a character every 2-3 years and make it just that much better.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really abandoned anything per se, not by choice, right? Like I abandoned Diamond Select, but that wasn't my choice. So
That was their choice.
that was their choice. Yeah.
So, like Diamond Select. So, what figures did you like from Diamond Select?
So Ghostbusters, a few Marvel Select, you know, like the bigger stuff for Marvel.
Marvel Select stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever get their Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I didn't. That's a good one though.
I was gonna say, for a big movie buff, you didn't get that one.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Jean-Claude figures out there.
I know. There's a shortage, and people don't support me in saying that, but there is a shortage of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, so like again, they had a lot of movie stuff too. Another, like, they had the Muppets stuff too, which I kind of wish that I would have collected, but
I heard the accessories were really good with the Muppet stuff too.
yeah.
Mm.
So I kind of regret not getting in on that, but I assume at some point, I guess NECA will pick that up since they have Sesame Street. I don't know, but
They might. Never know.
Hopefully, there's always hope.
there's always hope.
Could be cool.
There's
Yeah.
always hope. Now, how do you decide what figure makes it into your collection? Like, are you did say with G.I. Joe you've been very picky.
Yeah.
What about other lines? Are you picky, or just like is this something that hits you nostalgia that you'll like? I want this.
I think nostalgia is first and foremost.
Okay.
Because like I'm big on having on needing a connection to what I'm collecting, right? So that's why I don't really get into a lot of other lines. Like as good as it looks, like Operation Monster Force, and John is in the chat, compulsive collector. Like he's always showing me this stuff, and it looks great. I've picked up a couple, and I love what I have. I just don't know, at least at this point, if it's something I would go deep into, just because there's not really a tie-in there for me. But so stuff like that, like and Mythic Legions too. Like I love to look at that stuff. It looks great. It just doesn't really have a place in my collection, and I'll pick up some things here and there, like with Legions. I mean, I bought some Knights because, what kid didn't grow up like not liking Knights, right? Like swords, shields.
You
dragons,
could mix them too. There's a lot of worlds you can mix them with. Like, I mean,
Absolutely.
the only issue is they're 7-inch scale. They're not 6-inch scale, but you can still mix them. And they make great like statues. Those knight statues. Like that works.
And I bought like some of their skeleton Legion builders because it's skeletons, right? So you can just throw skeletons wherever you like.
Skeletons are the most fun, man. They are a lot of fun.
And I ended up just throwing them with like my Army of Darkness stuff, right? Because like, they could be Deadites, sure, why not, right? And just throw them in there. So like that's part of it. But then the other part of me.
Compulsive collector saying not collecting Operation Monster Force is only punishing yourself.
I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. Right?
Do better.
I'm working on it.
One day.
Yeah, one day. The other part of me though is like, why not enjoy it? Because like when we were kids, you didn't have any tie to those things, right? You were a kid, you're like, oh, that looks cool, I'm gonna get it. Yeah. And then it just built from there. Right, so I do like the idea of collecting in that sense. I just haven't come back around to that. Little pieces here and there, but I think that's how I could probably expand the collection. But I guess I don't need to look for ways to expand the collection, right? I need to look for ways to not expand the collection. But but
variety sometimes is the best thing in life. So.
Absolutely, and I'm thinking like. When the black, like that stuff from Valaverse comes out, that might get like that stuff looks pretty good, and that could be something that could entice me to just kind of collect something out of what I would normally collect, So
yeah, no, definitely, man. I mean, the black stuff is really dope. I mean, I've been saving my Fortnite belts. Just so I could like put on like the what's it called, the Vanguards came with that extra like the gunning piece that came with the Vanguard. There was like extra ones that you could like move and pivot. I'm putting those on the Fortnite boat just so I can have a few different ones with like little gunners on them. I think it would make a cool display. A little pirate. I was talking to Bobby at Legion's Con, and I was like, "Listen, this is what you got to do for accessories." And I listed off a few things, and he did like some of the ideas, so I'm hoping he'll use them.
Maybe
we'll see. We'll find out. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Well, he's got that video coming up tomorrow morning.
RG, what's going on, man?
Art. So I have an announcement with Art too for this weekend. It'll be fun. So Monster Force, right? So I have dabbled a little bit with Monster Force. I bought 3 figures. They were good figures, don't get me wrong, but I just wasn't feeling it. Like I didn't care for the vampire or like the zombie type soldier. Like it just but what I do like of theirs that's coming out now or maybe out, I don't know, it's There was like the chimp with the suit, the tuxedo. There's
a monkey.
Yeah. There's a monkey coming out, dude, and I'm all about that, dude. I want that monkey, 100%. I'm all in. I'll buy 3 of them. Yeah,
but they've put out Art was talking about at ZoloCon. Big Bad Workshop will be there. They were at Legion's Con, so that's when I picked up the Lieutenant Eraser, like the translucent one that they had there. Yeah, looked pretty cool. I could also use it for other things in the display, and so I think picking and choosing like that has kind of broadened the collecting.
Yeah,
but
now is it your own in your display? Do you treat it like your own world, or do you try to put stuff in certain places?
I think a mixture of both, right? So I would say when it comes to Marvel stuff, like I keep that very much like this goes here, this goes here. These two should not be anywhere near each other. When it comes to other stuff, it's the opposite. So for instance, like I have what I've basically just made like a video game shelf, right? So there's everything from the Jada stuff to the Legends Gamerverse to Jack's Mario stuff. There's an Earthworm Jim over there, so like just any random video game thing.
You have any Mega Man?
Mega Man, yeah.
Jazzwares Mega Man?
Yeah, so, but that still is, I guess, very themed.
I said Jazzwares, Jada. Jada did the
Jada Mega Man.
Yeah, Jada's Mega Man, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess really I try to keep it all fairly themed, but loosely sometimes, right? So, for instance, like over here, I'm looking at a shelf where it's like the Jack Simpson stuff next to the boss fight Fraggle Rock stuff, right? So it's just like stuff from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Alf is next to Pee Wee Herman, which is next to Bert and Ernie. So, just kind of.
And that makes sense.
General nostalgia.
Yeah, puppy guys and just absolutely.
It's you're always like wondering how you want to do a display on a shelf.
Yeah.
And I'm always going back and forth, like because Pee Wee Herman is by himself right now. I don't know where to put him. I was gonna put him next to the Sin City Girls just because I have nowhere else to put him.
So there is because there's not really anything you can put like to complement right now. But Super 7 did put out a Conky a few years back. So if you can track that down, that scales pretty well, even though it's like the reaction type figure, but it scales well. There's not really much you can do there.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to like DC stuff though, like I have a Suicide Squad shelf, but it's not like the versions of those characters from they were at some point in the history of all of DC maybe appeared in Suicide Squad, right? So
there's
it's just
so many different characters.
Exactly. So it's like I have a bunch of those types of shelves. So pretty loose, but still some theme there, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I try to keep some kind of theme. Yeah.
Pee Wee with Sin City works. I know. It does.
It can work.
It does work for sure. No, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Now, your current display, is it all in the man cave, or are you going anywhere else in the house?
Yeah, so since we both collect, it's kind of bled into other areas. So we've put like detofs in the living room area. So those are like a mixture of both of our things. So there's like some Mario stuff. My Mayfex stuff is up there. I have some of my like music figures. So I don't know. You remember that NECA Elton John with the piano, like grand piano,
yes,
like stuff like that is up there. Just like bigger pieces, So
yeah, that's cool.
So so since you guys co-display, Do you get like? Do you ever mess with her and like put some of your figures like punching Mario or like messing with Mario or like any of her
Absolutely
figures?
not, because I don't want the repercussions of what that would. I don't want her touching my shit. You know what I mean?
Smart man.
I mean,
Smart
it's code display. She'll be touching it anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Oh, dude, I would be right down that path. I mean, every day I
No,
would do like a different pose.
I think about it. I think about it often. But
Like you'll see shelf on a elf on a shelf. It'll be like
No.
Mario getting messed with every single
yeah,
day.
yeah. I have like the Punisher just like staring Mario down or something. You know. Yeah.
I would do like blood effects. You know,
Yeah.
Mario getting shot by the Punisher. It would be fun.
Yeah. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow instead.
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, the blood effects you should already have, so it's
Yeah.
it's a quick thing to do. So no excuses for not doing your shots.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about budgeting. Right? Do you budget for your collecting,
Sure.
or do you just regret it later?
I just regret it later. You know, it's I shoot from the hip, I guess. You know.
Got you. Okay.
Yep.
No, and I understand that completely. Now, we've talked about a lot about Hasbro, GI Joes, Valorverse, just more domestic stuff. What about international stuff? Do you do the import things,
Not really.
or not just import, but like third party?
Some third party. Trying to think what recently.
Third party makes some pretty badass figures.
Yeah, and one that I really, really regret not getting earlier in the year that I'm going to pick up at some point is that Clark Kent figure that came out earlier in the year.
Clark Kent that had the suit and then glasses.
Yeah,
that was actually licensed.
Oh, that was licensed. Okay, see,
Yeah.
yeah. So, well, I'll tell you what. I don't know shit about this,
Gong
so,
Studio, right?
yeah,
Gong Studio.
I don't collect. It's a few Mafex figures. That would be if you put that in, but that's really about it.
Okay.
No.
I'm fairly certain I picked up a third party something recently, but yeah.
Well, I mean, again, third party is
That's kind of
I feel like this year and last year,
Yeah.
third party has stepped it up like crazy amounts. They're pricey, but
Yeah.
I feel like they just give you the best stuff.
And that's kind of like, I think, next phase, right? That's kind of how collecting goes. You kind of branch out into other. So I did buy my first like Hot Toys this year, right?
What'd you get?
If Compulsive Collector is still in the chat, he convinced me to do this. But so I bought the Superman from the most recent movie, right? So the Hot Toys Superman with like Crypto and the whole like Fortress of Solitude piece and everything.
That's your first Hot Toys.
So yeah, it hasn't arrived yet. Should be, I think, soon. But yeah, that'll be the first one, and we'll go from there.
Dude, so Hot Toys, I'm not gonna lie to you. When you get your first Hot Toys, you're gonna look at it and you'll be like, "Fuck, I need more." So
See,
I
that's
got this Superman recently.
Yeah, that's my fear, right? Because they have the Beetlejuice, and I really wanted to do that one, but
Yeah.
Dude, Hot Toys are amazing. Again, you don't want to mess with them too much, obviously.
yeah.
But
No,
they're
I think that's
amazing
one
figures.
you get out, you put it how you want it, display it, leave it
Yes.
alone. Yeah.
You don't want to mess with them too much, but they are amazing. And last year is when I dove into Hot Toys, and I'm about like 20. I have like 20 to 25 Hot Toys now.
Okay. Yeah.
So
when it comes to Hot Toys, like how are you doing that? Like,
So originally it started with whatever I could get my hands on, like trade wise. But then I started buying them too. But I have Star Wars. I have a lot of the Mandalorian ones.
Okay.
Like Bo-Katan. I did have the Mandalorian and the child, but I gave that away on the giveaway party. I have the Sasha Banks character, Mercedes Monet character from that Mandalorian show.
yeah.
Costco Reeves.
Costco Reeves, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have one of the Death Watch Mandalorians. I have the Boba Fett Disney version of Boba Fett, the deluxe. I have a few Star Wars, Scout Trooper, Stormtrooper, and then it jumps into Marvel. I don't have that many. I have like Nebula. I wanted a giveaway, which was cool, or like a raffle. Groot, the Teen Groot I got, and then Spider-Man. I have a few different Spider-Mans, like 3 or 4, and then I have two Iron Mans. I have like 2-3 Black Widows, and then I realized I didn't have that many. I didn't have any DC ones. Then I got a King Shark, which was like the cheapest one to get, and it's like the biggest one.
That one's pretty nice looking too. I mean, I guess not as popular.
It's gigantic. It's giant, but I mean, it looks good though. I mean, again, if it's like a statue, right? You're not gonna move it really too much.
Sure, yeah.
But it won't fit in any of my shelves, so like it's gonna be like standalone on its own somewhere that has like no closed area because it's so big. But I do like again, like I'm so like I need to display Hot Toys. Like I bought a Wonder Woman, then it came with one leg. That was my bad. So my boy Sneaky hooked me up, and he got me another Wonder Woman Hot Toys complete. So that was nice.
You want both of those legs?
Yes, I did want both legs. But then this one, you know, like with Superman, and now I kind of want a Batman, and I'm good. Like I have two different Harley Quinns, like Margot Robbie Harley, like the golden attire with the skate, and then the classic attire, which again great figure.
Yeah.
But like I'm good. I just need a Batman to add to the collection, and then maybe I'll get a Nightwing one day. I do have a Flash from the TV show CW Flash. I did get that. I bought that this year as well. So there's a few different, like I would love to get like a Green Lantern, Aquaman to kind of finish off the Justice League, and maybe a Cyborg. I don't even know if they made a Cyborg. Would like to have one.
That is exactly, you are showing exactly what happens every time.
It spirals. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm spiraling right now. Like I want the shit.
You are. But that's completely normal collector behavior, right? It's you say, oh, I like that one figure from that line. I'm going to get it. Right?
Don't do it.
Yeah,
leave that one alone.
No, fucking buy Hot Toys. They're great figures, dude. They look so like. Listen, out of any 112 scale figure, any 112 scale Hot Toys is gonna pop.
Now I need 100%. Them to re-release a Christopher Reeve Superman, so I can get that, you know, and then I probably will try to get this Beetlejuice, right? And this is the problem because 6 months ago I had 0. You know, I still have 0 until this one arrives,
and then you're hooked.
Now the door is open.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because it's a whole new space thing too. Like the space is an issue for all collectors, and then you're like, well, fuck, how do I display my 1/6 now? So like I even thought about getting rid of my Star Wars, and like just focus on like Hot Toys DC. Like I kind of like the Groot though. Like I've always liked the Groot character because he's just been funny.
Well, the MCU
there's a debate.
Awesome.
There's been a debate in my head, but at the same time, like Iron Man, I don't want to get rid of, even though I wouldn't mind getting rid of my Marvel Hot Toys. Iron Man is always the one I like the most.
Yeah,
and it's metallic, dude. It
translates well.
It looks so dope. But like I don't want to get rid of it. Yeah. But yeah, no, George, hit me up, dude. If you have a holographic, send me photos. I might be interested, maybe. See, I'm going. No, don't send me photos.
That's it, man. Well, you know, when Valorverse first came onto the scene, I said, okay, I want that Sergeant Slaughter because you know, GI Joe is brand new, and at that point with Classified, I never thought they'd actually get Sergeant Slaughter in it, right?
Fair, yeah.
And so bought Sergeant Slaughter, and I said, well, if I'm getting Sergeant Slaughter, I got to get that Steel Brigade. Now that Bobby's got, and he's a GI Joe, you know, and so Bobby's got the license to do, you know, Steel Brigade. He owns that property now, and it looked good, you know. So okay, I'll get a Steel Brigade. Okay, I'll get 2 Steel Brigades. All right, well, Condor looks pretty good. Snowball from there, you know. It just never stops.
Spaded One is saying that 1/6 collectors need entire rooms. There's almost no casual way to display multiple 1/6 figs. But to be fair, 112 collectors need entire rooms as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look,
All
look
right.
at your room, look at your room,
Don't
look at my
don't
room.
dismiss us 112 collectors, okay?
That's right. That's
We
right.
need entire rooms because we just have a lot
But
more.
but I will say I do love watching like YouTube videos of like Hot Toys collections, just because the space, and it's always so like well laid out, you know, because clearly if you're collecting Hot Toys at that level, you're okay, you're doing all right. So everything is just, you know, spaced out, very well manicured, and you're like, okay, yeah, all right, this looks nice. I like what you're doing.
Yeah. It's a museum like too, man. Like when you put those lights on them, oh, it's like so good, dude.
Yeah, some of those guys, some of those 1/6 guys, it just they keep everything just pristine, clean, and everything just looks gorgeous. You know, it's they impress me. They impress me with the way they take care of their collections, and you've got to with those. You know, I mean, those are not cheap items, and if you're going to have, you know, 20, 30 or whatever of those, you put a lot of money into that. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too, though. Like with Hot Toys and just even Mezco or soft goods, do you collect figures that have soft goods on them?
Some. I mean, I have a few Mezco. I guess those would be the only ones. Yeah. Yeah.
No third party with soft goods.
No.
No.
I'd see. I'm so on the fence about soft goods.
Okay.
I like. To me, like on one hand, it's an action figure. It's a toy. Like, I just want it to look toyetic, you know. So, and then with that, the majority of, especially with Legends, the majority of it is just all plastic, right? So it looks a little off when there's one thing with soft goods mixed in there for me. But that's not to say like I won't buy a couple of figures. Like if it's for instance, when it comes to like Mezco, Mafex, stuff like that, I'll buy the characters I care the most about, right? Like, so I have Mezco Superman, I have Mezco Wolverine. Same with Mafex. Like I have Superman, Wolverine figures, right? Because that's where I would put that money to for those like higher end figures, right?
Right.
But in general, like soft goods on a 112 scale figure, they usually just don't look that good, in my opinion, because they're just baggy and for me, it's not a good aesthetic. People love it, that's fine, you know, collect what you want, but it never landed with me. Now on 1/6, it looks great because it's scaled up. It's able to look more natural. So that's a different story, but yeah, it's just. I'm still trying to come around on soft goods on 112 scale.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either.
On 112 scale, okay.
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, it depends on exactly what it is on 112 scale. Like a cape or a jacket, maybe.
That's just because you haven't played with the right toys.
And that could be it too.
And that's true. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't typically, unless you've got something really nice, high end, it doesn't drape properly because it can't. There's not enough gravity. There's not enough weight to it that gravity can make it drape and look natural. So it ends up looking like doll
you got to
clothes.
get the ones that have the wires in them, though. You don't want the ones that drape. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That helps for sure. The wires.
Yeah, for sure, right. And what am I really looking at in my collection that has soft goods? It's a few figures that have capes, right? And some of those are McFarlane, who, and not a good example. I'm not saying it is. Just saying.
I'll be right back, guys.
You have a mixture of these soft goods capes that either have a wire or don't have a wire. And and same with Legends, like they did a couple figures last year where they wanted to add soft goods capes, but they didn't put a wire in there, so it's just like a napkin hanging back there. And I'm like, all right, again, not good examples, but you know that's kind of where it mixed in. But I do see things from time to time with these third party or import figures. They look good, but in general, I don't think that it really works well at that scale.
Yeah, it's I can give you some examples that I've got where it actually surprised me and it worked well. But again, the first one was the first Savage Crucible figure I bought ever, which was the Shield of Desaria, I think is what it's called. It was the exclusive this year, the pearlescent lizard, Lemuria.
Okay.
And he had a soft goods cloak that was wired. That was the first time I ever got a wired cloak of any kind. I was like, oh my God, this is it's a game changer. But again, not everybody does those. I got a big Star Wars collection. Marvel has never done a great soft goods cloak even for Darth Vader. They're kind of hit and miss. There are some that are better than others, but they're still not great.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the wired cape made a huge difference. And then I got the what's his name, Donner Party from Monster Force.
Yeah.
And his cloak is wired, and that's another one that's just it's impressive. And it's like, okay, then you can do it. You just don't put the money. Most companies aren't putting the money into.
And that's probably that is what it is, right? That's why I say, like McFarlane, Hasbro, not great examples. They just give you a very basic soft goods item, right? And I think it was like Z Mulaney said, AliExpress, good source, because absolutely you could go out and find like customizers and people who are making really good quality soft goods for 1/12 scale, and that would be the game changer. But I wouldn't rely on like companies to provide really good.
Right.
stuff.
The big companies, they're not concerned with wasting or putting resources and effort into it. The Hasbro,
I think it depends what companies you're referring to.
Well, I'm talking about Mattel, Hasbro, McFarlane, the mega companies.
They don't do soft goods, though. They're not.
They don't care about that.
Yeah,
right.
That's not the
But
thing.
even like with Mezco, a lot of the stuff, it just, to me, it looks like pajamas a lot of the time,
And quite a few, yeah. I agree with you.
You mean the Spider-Man?
yeah.
He's got his pajamas on. Yeah, dude. I get that. I get what you're saying there for sure. No, 100%. I think soft goods are a hit or a miss, even on Mezcos. They are hit or miss. Spider-Man. There's a few Spider-Man figures that it doesn't look good. It looks kind of sloppy. It's not tight enough. Or I heard the new Nightwing. We had some guy in our open mic night, True Star Screamer. He was complaining about it being like pleathery. Yeah. But it had a good fit to him.
Yeah.
So material does matter at the same time, though. Like, how long will it last? That's the next question. But Hot Toys are the same way, though, right? Hot Toys clothes do have issues. You have to maintain them. You have to do stuff. Keep them out of the sun. All that good shit.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still material. Like this T-shirt's not going to last forever.
Exactly.
Right.
If you do a dynamic pose with soft goods, it's going to mess up that material right away.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to be careful with soft goods. But again, like for me, I like the look because it almost makes it look real.
Yeah. So and that's like the benefit of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, like at the 1/6 scale, it looks great because they can make it look more natural. But yeah, in those cases where you can find it at 1/12 and it looks natural, it does really elevate and give it that real look. I just haven't found the right one yet.
You got to get some of the suited guys from Mezco. They actually have really good quality clothes, like 1/12 soft goods.
Yeah,
and then anything most Rumble Society stuff that you get, they're amazing. And get a Gomez. Trust me, you'll be happy with the Gomez.
Yeah, everybody always loves the Gomez stuff. So yeah,
get a Gomez. You'll love it. I mean, I've converted a few of my I had the Casino Gomez. I converted him into a James Bond figure. Just because of the fact that he had the tuxedo. He had the white coat, the black slacks. I was like, "This is perfect." You
Well,
just it's a neck peg.
and I guess I will say, like the Dick Tracy and Mask stuff,
Mhm.
like those look good. Also,
Mhm.
but I don't have those, so I haven't like held them in hand. But yeah, I mean, I think they, yeah. So I guess there
I
are
mean,
things, yeah.
not everyone loves soft goods, and I 100% get that. You know,
Yep. It's,
but let's keep moving forward. So, which figure line, in your opinion, is doing the best right now?
Oof.
Like killing it.
I think for like price and what you're getting, Jada's doing
Mhm.
really well. They've really grabbed a lot of people, probably even people that wouldn't typically collect figures, or even people who have no interest in Street Fighter. They've really grabbed a lot of people to their Street Fighter line, and then with that, their other stuff like the mascots, which I mean that's a interesting thing in of itself. But like the Street Fighter stuff has been really good. Also, I think like Boss Fight is doing a lot of cool stuff. I like what they're doing with the Fraggle Rock, and then they have the Garfield stuff coming out. So
Garfield. Okay.
yeah,
I only have the Red Sonja and some skeletons from Boss Fight, and some of their Libre.
the Hellboy stuff too. So like they
Okay.
have some really good stuff coming out. So yeah, I mean those are two companies I think that are doing a lot of cool stuff that everybody's talking about. Jada. I mean, some people talk about Boss Fight. A lot of people will just go to like, I don't think I would ever say that Hasbro's killing it right now, but they did do some pretty good things this year with those bigger figures. But
yeah.
I mean, honestly, the quality of Hasbro's head scans have
the head sculpts
gone
look,
up crazy.
they
They're
look
so
great.
good.
I think a lot of other parts have suffered, from that. They're putting a lot of effort into the head scans, but some of the other stuff is suffering a little bit. But they're like the consistent thing, right? Like despite the complaints and everything you think about Legends and Hasbro in general, they're very consistent with what they do. So
Right.
there is that. But yeah, I think as far as those lines, yeah, I gotta say I've been very impressed with Boss Fight and Jada this year.
Okay. Boss Fight and Jaden. I mean, they're good. Have you played with the Storm Arena?
So I've played with, like, I had them in hand. I've messed around with them a little bit. They're great figures.
I feel.
I think. I think it's just the time, right? Like they take a while. Not that Jada's rushing things out, but
I was gonna say
Right.
Jada's still waiting. We're still waiting for Balrog.
yeah,
They're trickling.
but they did pretty decent with the Street Fighter stuff. The Scooby Doo stuff, on the other hand, yeah, they're really dragging. But
Yeah. Okay. Now, with the opposite side of that, what do you think? Which line is most overrated?
Most overrated. So I bought like my first few. I don't know. Maybe it's not even overrated. People love Star Wars, so I think Black Series just gets love because it's Star Wars, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I like Star Wars. I haven't collected any Star Wars until this year. That's another line like I picked up because
this year, okay.
yeah, because they put out like the new Han and Chewie, and I was like, those look good. I want to get those, and if I'm gonna get Han and Chewie, then I probably should get some other stuff. Right? It's the buy one, you got to now buy separate.
You
by the whole team.
gotta finish the team, yeah.
Yeah. But
They need some bad guys to go with it.
Yeah. But I would say maybe that's overhyped a little bit, but I really don't think so, because I feel like they get enough shit talk as well. So that seems like a pretty even keel. No, controversial opinion, but I think Mafex is overhyped, honestly. Like I just
really
and here's why. They articulate great. right? They display well. They look nice. Do I think that I'm getting my money's worth at $110 for a Superman figure there? I don't, but people do, and that's just toy collecting, right? That's just how it goes. But I don't think I'll ever understand the hype, but I'll buy them. I still buy them. Still buy some of them, from time to time. But I don't think I'll ever get the hype there. So
okay, I mean that's fair though. I mean I get it. I get that.
Yep.
Now, go ahead, Lou.
I was going to say I'm with you on that. I've actually never bought any Muffex because it's kind of my feeling on it. The price versus what I'm getting, I'm like, I could get like 5 other figures from another line for the same price.
So
I know the quality is different, but
the only reason why I would say something against it is because if you want a 6-inch DC figure, you're looking at either Mezco or you're looking at Muffex.
Right.
And that's the 2 lines that are doing it right now, unless you want that Mattel stuff from back in the day, which I mean, all of them weren't bad, but they weren't great either. It's funny because I use some of them. I use the older Mattel stuff to make customs onto, like, I use WWE Mattel and then also the DC Mattel, and I did a little kit bash to make figures so they could be a little larger scale.
Yeah.
Because, as they truly should be, and they weren't in the DC Mattel era, just to make certain figures. But I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying though, in a way. But
I'll put it this way: like with other things in life, like I'm a car gets me from point A to point B kind of person, right? Like I do not give a shit what kind of car, as long as I have a car that looks okay and it runs, that's doesn't matter to me. But I get that some people would rather drive a Porsche than Toyota, but
sure. But you want a good figure though. I mean, that's a car. It's a different story.
No, but I'm saying, like, as a comparison, it's just like when it comes to the figures, why? So with the Muffex, like, what are people buying it for? The articulation, sure, but like when it comes to me as a collector, I'm not doing vanilla poses in my display, but I'm also not needing, I guess, whatever the additional $70 is buying me. I don't need that. I'm fine with the $25 Marvel figure,
Yeah,
and I get that too. I mean, hopefully Mattel will make some big difference when they get the DC license.
But to your point, it's DC, right? That's where it's
I
killer,
mean,
right?
I brought up DC because that is the example.
But that's what makes up most of my Muffex stuff is DC, right? Because I have all of the Reign of the Superman figures, right? Because that's my favorite run in all of Superman, right? So I had to buy all of those. But the amount of money I've tied up in those figures, like, it's like
I mean, again, as I said, like when Mattel gets the DC license, I really hope to make some great figures that are 6-inch scale. But this rumor is that it might be
6.5, right? So
or 7-inch. Yeah. That's what the rumor is. He-Man is 7-inch, right? Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
I think it's 7-inch. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the same scale as WWE. WWE 7-inch scale too.
Yeah. So it's not quite 7-inch WWE.
Well,
it's
the
like,
females,
it's supposed to be like 6.5. Yeah,
females are a little smaller, but so even cis 3D Arsenal saying 6.5, but I mean, I always say 7. I round up, but I don't know. I think it's going to be around the 6.5. They'll be a little bit bigger than the normal traditional 6-inch scale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I mean, some people will be happy with that, but I don't know. Like for me, I feel like it's missing the mark, right? It seems like a lot of collectors have been asking for a very long time for a good 6-inch scale DC line, and not well. Let me take that back, because you have a good one, right?
Yeah, but, it's already out there.
But a good like consumer base, target Walmart
Yeah,
retail type
something you can
line.
find at retail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Or reasonably priced, right?
Yeah. And it's going to be so, if they go with 6.5, it's going to be so interesting because McFarlane's been at 7 for the last several years. Mattel was at, around 6-inch for some of the lines. So now you're just like hitting in the, I don't know. I guess you can kind of do just like a little like slope of your DC figures. But
yeah, sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's always going to be that functionality where you're going to be. I mean, again, like I've been doing a lot of random kit bashes on DC stuff recently, just so I could get it away from 7-inch scale and move it to 6-inch. And I use Marvel Legends and I use Mezcos for that. And McFarlane's actually make good. They have good parts you could use to remove because they're easy to remove stuff off of McFarlane figures. That's the benefit about McFarlane's. You can take them apart very easily.
Is that a benefit?
I think it is a benefit because if I need to take apart a figure, it's easy to do. So it's a benefit.
Yeah, fair. If you want to take it apart, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to take it apart.
Yeah.
And I could take it apart very easily. Either you heat it up or you could easily scrape off the glue or
you just bend that leg back far enough, it'll pop off. You'll be all right.
Exactly.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of high-end lines that do that.
No, for sure.
You bend the figure. Like, listen, if there's articulation on the figure, you want to put it to the max to test it. I mean, shit, that's why I've broken so many figures in my life.
Oh, no, don't worry. I had a run-in with Nick Fury, all right? So...
Got you. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I've broken so many figures, and it's because you push it to the max. So, like, that's why I appreciate some collectibles. When you push it to a certain limit, they pop instead of break.
Yeah.
And that
I would much rather they pop. Yeah.
Yes. Popping versus breaking is a very big difference.
For sure.
And,
for sure.
Yes, 100%. Now let's jump into FOMO. How often do you get the FOMO? When they dangle that carrot in front of you.
I think I think I've gotten better about it, but there's always stuff that's going to get you, right? So Legends have been doing it with this made to order stuff, right? They put it out there, you place the order, this is going to be it. Of course, when Dragon Man launched, that was the first one. We didn't know how that would turn out. Mm-hmm. And then now you can go and you can still buy Dragon Man right now if you wanted, right?
Right, yeah.
Sentinel comes out while that window is still open. So you're like, well, shit, I got to get Sentinels. That HasLab sold. People love Sentinels. Doesn't matter. It could be the Marvel Universe Sentinel. It could be the HasLab Sentinel. It's an army builder, right? So people are always going to buy those. So I don't really have much doubt that this Sentinel will be gone at some point, but it was definitely something I didn't want to sit on, right? I got to order that, make sure I get that.
You mean you bought 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
You didn't sit on it. You bought a couch to sit on.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my first car. No, I'm absolutely sure my first car was cheaper than the 4 Sentinels that I just bought. So, but for like Marvel stuff, I really don't get that FOMO anymore. I think there was a period where some things you were like, all right, you have to do the pre-order there. And I think that was like the COVID era weird thing, right? Just stuff wasn't in stock and it sold out and shipments were weird. So it kind of created this false sense of scarcity. So I think there's
also, to be fair, a lot of people realize they're collectors during COVID.
So it upped the numbers, right? More people involved. I guess what is getting me with FOMO now is the Mondo stuff, right? I already talked about it. Like, I hate the price of those Mondo Real Ghostbusters figures, but I'm not going to miss out on them. You know,
I'm
I'm ordering. Yeah, I'm ordering. I'm buying. I got them. I've ordered them all at this point that have been available. So yeah, that is the one thing that is getting me with the FOMO. So
I mean, that's interesting because I do ask this question a lot, but I very rarely think about it myself. Like Lou, what do you feel FOMO about?
Certain exclusives, con exclusives, is definitely a bit of a FOMO thing. I mean, you saw me; I went through it this year, big time. When you know the SDCC Cold Slither set, I was like, I gotta
Cold
have that.
Slither, Python.
Python is another one, sure, and then the Varnox, Savage Crucible. The Steel Brigade, the new Steel Brigade that was an exclusive. Well, was he? Yeah, he was an exclusive. He was Zolocon exclusive.
He was, yeah.
Yep. The Day of the Dead Sidewinder. Those I think are my biggest FOMOs, and I haven't had an issue getting any of them. So it's like shit. I got all stressed over nothing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you also went after them, right? That plays the difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
It's funny because like I was thinking about this today, and I was like, man, like what do I feel FOMO about? And I do feel FOMO, and it's mostly about third-party figures. Because once those third-party figures sell out, you can't find them for a decent price anymore. They're gone.
Yeah.
Like I got to spend double the triple the money to get that figure now. And that's where my FOMO. Like I don't care about the domestic stuff because I know I'll find it eventually for a decent price. But the third-party stuff is hard. And that's that's how I look at it.
Was there anything in particular over this year that from third-party companies that stuck out?
Oh, dude, any Cesare Studio figure that comes out, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I'm in before it, like as soon as they say, "Hey, we're gonna release this," I'm wait. I put a note in my like phone calendar, pre-order, buy 6 of each. to be fair, like Cesare, it's one of those figures. Like like I like the females, especially like the females are like they skyrocket once they sell out.
Yeah.
So once they sell out, it's like they go up in price. So I was like, all right, buy 6. That's like the number. Buy 6, maybe 7 if you have extra money sitting around. But I mean, Cesare would be one of them. It really just depends. Like I was it not Chun-Li or the Quinn-Li figure?
Quinn-Li, sure.
That was a FOMO one for me because I'm a big fan of Chun-Li, and I was like, I gotta get that, and I can't miss it. So like I'm a big Street Fighter guy, so I've always been about Street Fighter, and that was like articulation plays a big role in my figure collecting, and that's probably one of the top figures in my collection right now. At least I would consider it a top pickup of 2025.
Nice.
Yeah, 100%. Now, what are your thoughts about the pricing of today's figures compared to yesterday's figures?
Yeah. So I think it's easy to try to like in your mind justify it. Everything's a little bit more expensive than it was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever, right?
Yeah, inflation and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I do think like companies like Hasbro, and as much like I buy Hasbro stuff, so I'm not like just everybody just shits on Hasbro all the time, and I get it, right? Justifiably, but I do feel like they've been a bit aggressive with their price raising, right? Like we went from $19.99 to $22.99, and then in less than a year up to $24.99 from that $22.99, and now we're at $27.99, and then tie that into like Amazon doing their like algorithm pricing, right? So like a Legend will be $29.99 on Amazon, right? If you go right now, the Spider-Man wave, those figures are $29.99 on Amazon, which that's fine. Don't buy from Amazon, buy from somewhere else. That's $27.99. But I don't I find it a little bit harder, and I do find myself pausing much more when it comes to ordering Legends figures for a couple of reasons, right? Like, clearly I already have an extensive Legends collection. I'm only filling holes at this point. You know, it's not like buying whatever. But also, like, if you go to buy a full wave of Legends figures, I mean, that is a significant jump from where it was just 3 years ago, and definitely more than it was 5 years ago.
Right.
So, you know, it gives you a little, and you're getting less, right? Like, we've moved away from Build-A-Figure waves, despite your opinions on Build-A-Figure waves. For me, like, I love Build-A-Figure waves, but I understand why people don't.
Don't you love the comics that came with those Spideys, though?
Absolutely not.
No.
What am I now have a pile of mini comics that
You could read them.
Yeah, right, yeah. But and like, if we're not going to do Build-A-Figure waves, then charge less for those carded figures, right?
agree.
You know, like, where's that balance? So, like, the price is there. I think that's been something that has been weighing on collectors' minds, and not just with them. I mean, I think it's across the board. I feel like right now people are kind of looking at what they're doing, collecting, and saying, do I need to buy all of this right now? Because we're really at, like, a reflection point when you're realizing, not that it's anything new, but, like, all right, you missed out on Silver Surfer from Walgreens 4 years ago. Well, hey, look, today we have a new Silver Surfer. It's a little bit better, a little shinier. So, you know, you can get that now, you know. So people aren't rushing out as much, maybe. And that's a good thing. I think ultimately that would be a good thing for collectors if it dials back a little bit, because then companies will then reflect on what they're doing, because they still need to make a profit, right? So, like, all right, like Vala does, right? He just, like, reduced prices on figures, right? So if there's a competition there, and companies are able to do that on some level, then there should be some sort of trickle effect with that, hopefully, you know. But
I mean, the thing is, a lot of people don't understand the concept of, like, overhead. So there's a lot of overhead in companies, especially the larger ones, right? Like Mattel, Hasbro,
sure.
Jazzwares, I'm sure, has a lot of overhead too. And, you know, Valaverse is a small shop. It's a smaller shop. Same thing with Savage Crucible. They're smaller shops, so their overhead is not that large. But you have Hasbro, which is thousands of employees probably, and
licenses
they're gonna pay for all that. And how do you pay for it? By making sales.
Sell Monopoly.
And that's what they're doing. Like, isn't that what their game plan was, to up the Monopoly, up the board game stuff?
But who's still buying Monopoly is my question, really. But
dude, every day there's a new little gamer or a little board gamer that shows up.
But to that point, right? Like, the overhead, and that is an issue for them, and they do have to factor that in. And that's why they've shifted.
That's a huge thing. But their Hasbro shift from where were they, in Rhode Island or whatever, to Boston? Doesn't make sense, because that's more expensive. They went to a more expensive area. It was a lot more costly to make that shift, and that doesn't make sense to me. I was like, if you're trying to save money, you would shut down that Boston headquarters and go somewhere cheap.
Yeah, you wouldn't move to a metropolitan area for sure.
Come in North Carolina. We have cheap
there you go.
Cheaper housing. Cheaper facilities. Still not out there. But I agree with what you're saying though, completely. But
so,
I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, so, like, with pricing and everything, maybe collectors are just reflecting a little bit more, you know, when going into purchasing stuff. So my hope is that does have an effect. I don't see a scenario where Hasbro says, okay, well, we're going to bring it back down to $25.99, because they're kind of just like, this is where we are, and they'll stick with it. They'll eat it, you know. But if things keep going I don't know. I've never worked in a company like that. I don't really know the ins and outs and managing the books. But if I'm on the inside looking out and I'm seeing that when I release this G.I. Joe wave in the summer, and then 3 months later it's showing up at Ross and people are paying $6 for the figure, that's going to hurt my bottom line at some point. Retailers are going to buy less.
Well, here's the thing: the Hasbro's already made their money at that point, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
That's just the cost of doing business, right? In a way.
And when G.I. Joe is probably a bad example, right? Because they own that property, so it doesn't hurt them as much as like a Marvel thing where they have to pay for a license.
Right.
But,
and you see, that's what's kind of.
Sorry, go ahead, Lou.
Oh, I was going to say that's where things get real screwy with the fact that they own G.I. Joe. So by that logic, their G.I. Joe line could be cheaper than the Marvel or the Black Series.
Yeah.
But they say, okay, everything 6-inch is going to be this this price. So it's just level across the board. And it's like, you guys are making a lot of money off that G.I. Joe with all the reuse that you're doing. You got to be,
But reuse is a normal thing, though. Every company does.
No, it is. It is. I know. Yeah. But if you've got reuse plus we own the brand, the IP, so we don't have any licensing fees or anything else that are tacked onto it. There's a lot more profit in that. Versus,
fair enough. They probably still. I'm assuming they bought the license.
What's that? G.I. Joe? They own G.I. Joe. They created G.I. Joe.
Oh, they created it. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't buy anything. They created it.
They're the creators of G.I. Joe. Holy shit! I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So
I thought they bought it. I was like,
no, that's the whole thing. I mean, the toys only the cartoon only exists because the toys and then the everything. I mean, so. But G.I. Joe goes back decades and decades. So like they've been making money since the 60s on that.
Yeah.
But
but again, everything costs money, and again, Hasbro's overhead is probably a lot more. Hasbro and Mattel, the largest toy companies out there.
Yeah.
You can't even imagine how many employees they have. Like, just imagine, think about that number, right? And that's every employee who works for Hasbro, contractor, every consultant has to be covered in one way or the other, and their sales model is to sell stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's why you see the price increases. Because everyone is asking for a larger price tag.
Right, they're a publicly traded company, so it's all about the board and the stockholders, the shareholders, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but it's also about the rising prices of people's salaries.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what it's more about, though. In reality, here's the thing, though. My question to people who I come from the world of finance, right? So, if I pay you less money, would you be happy?
Hell no.
Absolutely not. I mean, you're not paying me anything to be here. What do you mean? No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Happy.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Coming from a corporate standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Like, I need to make money for the company, otherwise the company doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. So how do I make you happy and also make sure the company exists?
I think my point to that was, and again, maybe not really understanding what so when Target, let's say Target, Walmart, they buy their allotments of whatever line, right? Well, I'm going to use G.I. Joe in this example, but they buy X amount of G.I. Joe. That's what they're going to stock. It doesn't sell well. They liquidate it. It goes to Ross. Ross now sells it at a quarter of the MSRP, right? So the company has to understand at some point the consumer sees that, and then that lessens the consumer's perceived value of said product, right? So if I know that in 3 months I can get this figure for $6 as opposed to today I can buy it for $25, $27, you know. Target also has to be sitting there saying, well, why are we paying X dollar per unit when we're going to end up liquidating this? Now, the counter argument to that, it could be just they don't care because loss leaders, right? Like Target has a whole different scheme when it comes to what they're doing. Right?
Toys is not really.
They don't. It's not even a blip on their radar, right? Like they've got other things to worry about, and that actually bring money in. Yeah. So maybe it's all just, you know, this whole thing is just for naught, right? Because neither of these entities give a shit, and they're getting what they need out of it, right? So yeah.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, it goes to the collector. Like, you know, if you don't like the prices, don't buy it, which is why you see it go on sale very quickly, and which is why you see it go to discount stores.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, shit, doesn't Ollie's still have, like, the Eternals wave?
They do still. They are, in fact, eternal, right?
They're sitting on those Eternals for $1 a piece.
It's $1 now, isn't it?
and still there. So that, my question is, well, so where does Ollie's liquidate to, right? If things don't sell at Ollie's,
that's a good question.
I guess they die there because clearly the Eternals have been there for almost 5 years. So
right, yeah.
Has it been 5 years for the Eternals?
The movie came out in 2020, right? So
the figures always try to come out.
So 4 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been years, at least. Goodwill. Yeah,
good. Chris, that's a good option. That's for sure. Because again, they'll get it's a write off, right?
And then they'll be sitting at Goodwill for the next decade. So,
oh, dude, you know, someone goes into Goodwill and buys all that shit for like 30 cents on the dollar, and they're gonna just resell it back to the market.
I can't wait. In 10 years, when the Eternals are like highly sought after figures, I'm gonna make bank. I have a whole room full of Eternals figures back. No, I'm joking. I don't.
And when are they gonna get popular? I don't
know. That one Asian chick with the green outfit, I have a few of hers. I bought because I customize them, so it works out well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if you can do something with them, great. You know,
Ollie's liquidation is the landfill.
I mean, shit. If you can get your hands on that, the Salma Hayek one, I don't think she's at Ollie's though. I don't remember seeing her.
No, she never. No, she was an exclusive to.
It was like
she was the Walmart. She was Walmart,
and Angelina Jolie was Target, right?
Target.
And you don't see them. Those two weren't at Ollie's though, right? They never made it.
No, but I'll tell you what. I remember walking into a Target, and you know how they have those end caps, where they'll have like various things. They had an entire end cap that was nothing from top to bottom of the Angelina Jolie figure on clearance. I'd never seen anything like that. And they didn't move. Well, I don't know if they moved. I don't know what happened to them, to be honest. But
they probably went somewhere.
Well, yeah, I'm sure somewhere.
Somewhere.
I mean, do you remember? You have all these, RG visits these discount bargain places all the time. Like, that's what they're hitting, man. Like, they're going those places.
Yep.
Right, so we're almost 2 hours in. As I told you before the show, we always go late. So I apologize. Let's shift over to YouTube.
Okay.
You're on YouTube, Encountered Culture. How long have you been on YouTube?
So I mean, I've been doing the channel stuff, I think, for almost 3 years. If you go to my channel, it'll say that I've had the channel since like 2012 or 2013, which I have. I just haven't done action figure stuff for that long. So if you go back, those, I have a couple of videos from the very beginning, and there's like a Doritos commercial that I'm like a fake Dorito. I don't know. I was doing shit back on YouTube back then. But
did you make a Mezco one too?
Yeah, no, I
did. So action figures like 3 years.
Yeah, I think this will be I think going into the third year now. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what have you found most challenging about being on YouTube for toy collectors and action figures?
I think really finding how to consistently get views, right?
Okay.
So what'll happen is I'll put out a video. Video A will get 3,000 views. Video B will get like 50 views, and it's
that
same
algorithm, dude.
it's like the same stuff. It's if it's a review video, that depends on how much interest people have in that figure, right? And I guess how early it goes up. But even sometimes, like I'll find I put it out pretty early, and then I don't know, like somebody who is a bigger channel will do the same review for a figure 3 weeks later and get 10,000 views on that, and so like
it's a bigger channel though. That
of course it's people aren't there for the figure, they're there for the person, right? Like they're a fan of that channel, that's what they've been watching for a long time. So I find that a little bit frustrating, which is why like I've tried to branch out to other stuff too, because action figure reviews are fine. Like people like those to watch them sometimes, but I also find like myself, I don't watch reviews anymore. It's just like if I'm interested in a figure, I'll just buy the figure and then I'll
You don't watch a review though at all?
No, not anymore.
I enjoy watching reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I guess occasionally I will, but I used to all the time.
Yeah,
but like now that I'm doing it, it's like, well, I just did the review on this figure. Like I already know the figure. All right. So I'm good. But like I wanted to try to do like other things too, which is like display builds, right? Like I like watching videos of like people building displays or talking about displays, walking you through their collections. Like those videos are always interesting, and it's always cool to see other people's collections. I want to see what other people are doing in this hobby and how they have stuff built out. So I guess trying to bridge into consistently doing stuff like that, though, that's been a challenge, right? It's easy to do reviews consistently because figures are coming in. So I'll do reviews every week. But if it's like a display or a collection tour type video, those are few and far between.
So what you're telling me is that you're going to be doing a display video this weekend because you're going to be
that's right
we do everything by Sunday, right?
That's right. I will. Yeah, no, I am. I mean, that's the plan, right? Again, check back in February, but the plan is this weekend to do that and film this new X-Men display video. So that should be like the next collection type video, because I would prefer to do more of those types of videos. I think people find that stuff a little bit more interesting, right? But and then the other thing is doing like the live streams, so that's been a good way to just have something consistent to do and be there. And again, it's another thing, like 5 years ago, how many channels were doing live streams?
Right.
Like 2.
I wasn't even watching live or toy stuff on YouTube on 5 years ago.
Yeah. So now, I mean, everybody's got a stream, everybody's got a show, which is great. I mean, there's like so much content out there, and it's actually been great to watch this stuff too, because you get to know these people, same like Abby, before we met, like at least I knew a little bit about you, from watching the channel. So that I think this has actually like added a new layer to like the hobby and collecting and getting to know other collectors. So
yeah,
even though there are a lot, I still think it's fascinating, and it's great that everybody has this stuff, and that's been another thing to have fun with doing. And then like
not just to kiss ass to the people who watch, but one of the most fun things for me is not the people who do their own YouTube shows, but it's the people who watch the YouTube shows. Yeah. When they come up to you and talk to you, like, "Hey, I watched your video, and I really like this," and then you just have a conversation and nerd out with them. That I love that part, because it's like.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, because another YouTuber will just tell me YouTuber stuff, right? Like that's to talk about. But I want to talk about collecting stuff and like toys.
Yeah.
in general, like certain things, and that's what I love completely.
Yeah, absolutely. And how cool is that too? Like you're just out and somebody's like, "Hey man, I watch your stuff.
Yeah,
It's been really cool to see that." And I'm like, "Oh shit, who the fuck am I?" You know what I mean? Like
every day, dude. Every day I ask that question. Why am I doing YouTube videos? Who the fuck am I?
yeah, so that's cool, and it's been a good way to like meet people and do this kind of stuff, like because I not like I do the show on my channel for the recap, but on Saturdays like I do the show with Justin on his channel, and
that's
Collecting Justified.
Collecting Justified. Okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna say another name, but yeah, that's
well, the channel is just Justin Collects, but
I was gonna say just Justin, right? Just
yeah.
Justin, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah. And that's been cool. They're very different shows. Like, you know, mine is more news centric and his is themed. And, you know, both we get to hang out with groups of people and just kind of bullshit and talk about collecting, you know. So it's
yeah. No, and I get that completely. It's always fun to, you know, nerd out with people, especially on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just like a guy we're about to introduce right now. I feel like I want to play a different music for him, so I'm going to play this one. Welcome, the co-host who was late. Tyler,
what up, guys? How's
going
everybody
on?
doing?
You made it
What's
back
up?
from work.
Yeah. It was a interesting night.
Yeah? Any crazy liquor stories?
No, that's one of the local drunks was like just throwing money at me, tips.
was it Ed Chinchilla?
No.
Okay.
But he was quite wasted. He was quite wasted already. Like he usually comes in, gets like a 10-pack of Jim Beam Fire, then comes back and got another 10-pack of Jim Beam Fire,
Okay.
and then just was hanging out with me a little bit of the night and was like throwing cash my way, and I was like, "Fuck it."
Was he drinking in the store too?
No, you're not allowed to do that. He might have went to the He might have went to the bathroom once. I don't know what he did in there. It was a quick trip,
Very good point.
but yeah, it's not bad when you leave with like $90 in tips. So
Yeah, no,
That's
take
good.
it.
it's not
You
bad at all.
made tips at a liquor store, dude. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Also that, yeah.
Well,
right.
let's toast. I got some Evan Williams eggnog right here.
empty.
Ooh. Is it good?
Not bad. It's not bad.
Not
It's
bad.
a little too nutmeggy. Like I almost need to cut it with a little bit more eggnog.
So you feel like you feel the flavor of nuts in your mouth?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Each their own.
Billy's guy. Now, what challenges have you faced as a YouTube creator?
Yeah, I guess it's building like a following, I guess, right? Like that's the thing is like, all right, here on whatever day I was like, all right, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, right? I'm gonna talk about action figures because nobody's doing that, you know. Everybody's doing it, right?
Everyone and their mother.
Yeah. I don't know what world I was living in that I was like, you know what? There's a lack of people talking about Marvel Legends on YouTube. I should do that. So yeah, but even still, like my first video was actually Jack's Mario like Bowser figure, but
Okay.
so here's so I did that video, right? I got 9,000 views on my very first video. I'm like, oh, this shit's easy. I'm gonna do great. I think my next video probably got like 3 views. So I was like, all right, maybe I need to dial it down a little
8,000
bit.
views is fucking amazing, though.
I know
feel like-
exactly, and I'm like, I don't know how that happened. All right, but great.
I feel like the YouTube algorithm like bonus or grants you like those first few videos
A little leeway on your
Like-
that first.
in viewership, and then once you start putting more stuff out, They're like,
God,
no,
this guy
we don't
sucks.
want people seeing this.
Yeah.
Because I've had videos. I mean, I'm relatively small and stuff, but the first like videos in that series has better views than as it progresses. You would think it'd be the opposite.
No, I mean that first video is shit. Like it's a terrible video, but yeah, 9,000 views, and I guess people saw that and they're like, well, I'm not coming back, and that's how like the next few videos, didn't do so well. But but then it's just it always ebbs and flows like that, right? Like there's no
up and down, yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's not really any good predictor for how things are going to perform, right? And what I find, like I get a lot of my subscribers are from shorts, right? And that I think in the long run probably hurts like the long form content a little bit, because it's not the same people watching.
And I've heard that actually a lot, that the short content people will not really watch the full length videos.
Yeah, which makes sense because I don't watch shorts on YouTube. I don't come to YouTube to watch shorts.
Right. Yeah, I don't either. I watch that shit on Instagram. I don't watch it.
Exactly. That's what Instagram, TikTok, those have. That's where I watch shorts. But like
easy about this short talk.
No, but I mean, look, I make short with every video I do. I make a short to go along with it, but that's where I'm getting most of the views and the subscribers, right? So
yeah, I think if you want subscribers, shorts is a good way to farm them.
Yeah,
well, I think absolutely. Then I feel like it's what's it called, pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah,
you just upload videos. I think that's also a good way of getting subscribers, in my opinion.
Yeah,
the shorts are hit and miss. I feel like I get followers from shorts, but then they leave when I'm not consistent.
And that could be.
And I feel like that's what happens to me. But like with the pre-recorded stuff, like I'm gonna amp that up this coming year a lot more. The pre-recorded stuff, because I'm always doing something with toy related stuff. Might as well just fucking record it. Just get a backstage. I'll call it Obby's backstage or some shit. And
I bet. Call me pole dancing.
There you go.
No, that's what House Endo was said in the chat. So
you'll see. So what about drama? Have you dealt with any YouTube drama?
No.
Let's just be honest. The fucking kid all of us have a lot of drama apparently, and YouTube is the best place to take it out on each other. So
not really. Like, I'll get like comments from people, but I don't know who these people are, so it doesn't matter. But drama as far as like YouTube personalities, no. I mean, everybody I've interacted with like has been great. Like, I've had conversations with Laser Pants, several times in person. I've had conversations with Shartimus Prime in person. I'm friends with Dan Who. I'm good with all of these people, so it just, for me, like, I'm in my 40s. I'm not here to fucking have drama with adults who collect fucking toys. So
I love it.
Abby, are you listening? Are you listening, Abby? There's a reason why under my name it says #1 YouTuber free agent, because this SOB is trying to trade me to Kaiju Daddy. For a guy that doesn't even have his own show on Kaiju Daddy's channel. He's just a backup, a sidekick. I got my own show on here, and Abby's just trying to push me down.
He's so
I apologize. Taleb's angry tonight.
Apparently,
I haven't drank enough.
Yeah, so there's two things here. Okay, one, first thing, you spelled YouTuber wrong. It's YouTuber.
No, that's how I want it spelled.
It says Tubber, not Tuber. That's one, and two, why exactly I tried to do that. It was just to mess with Kaiju Daddy. I told you that. But
maybe I want to be the #1.
Fucking sensitive about everything.
Could be.
Hey, well, you know what? I got to find something else because I finally got a Obby giveaway win under my belt. So I got to.
You do. You can't bitch about that anymore.
Yeah.
All right. So I agree with what you said, Kenny. Like, no drama. we've honestly, I figure Fight Club, we've stayed the same way. Like we've had people throw jabs, punches, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We just stayed clear. We leaned in, if anything.
Yeah.
Just hey, we could take a punch. I don't give a shit, dude. I don't give a fuck about you.
That's my thing. It's like,
Too old to give a shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like
We can have fun.
it's like
just
you're not
have
real. This is YouTube. This is my hobby. You're not fucking with me here.
Look, and even with like shitty comments and stuff, it's like, dude, I spent 8 years in the military. Like the shit you're gonna say to me in the comments is, look, I've heard worse. All right, so
Very good point. Yes.
Yeah.
That was actually one of my other questions for you. Like, how do you handle negative comments, criticisms in general?
I reply, and I kill it with kindness. You know, just
Okay,
I give him a little kiss emoji back. You know, and
I appreciate that.
Thanks for watching.
Blow him a kiss.
It's always a good thing when you blow them a kiss back. You know. Now, your editing process of YouTube, like, what do you use? Software?
Yeah, so I just use iMovie, man, because
On your phone.
yeah,
You iPhone it straight up.
yeah. Well, it depends on the length or the type of video. So if it's a longer video, I'll like move it to the computer and edit it through there. But for reviews, yeah, I mean just iMovie on the phone, because like those, it's shorter videos and I want to be able to like get it into a more concise form and just get it out there, right? But
Yeah.
if it's like a tour video or the display videos, or even like the end of year countdown type videos, like I'll go in and actually edit those on the computer and go through a longer process. But yeah, for the most part, just iMovie on the phone. Yeah.
iMovie on the phone. That's what's up, man. I mean, I'm trying to think what I use. I don't use my laptop at all for editing. I use my phone for everything, or my iPad.
Same here. I use my phone for everything. I use CapCut for my long form like review videos, and then I'll use the iMovie, like that thing where you just add the clips and then it kind of cuts it.
Yeah.
I'll use that as like shorts, as like preview for my reviews.
I'm gonna go get a refill. I'll be right back.
I should try. So you use the Magic Movie feature for that?
Yeah.
I should try. I should try.
So that's really nice to make like a short. So I don't know. I mean, you just followed me, and I just followed you today on Instagram. So like today, like what the review that dropped today, I just threw that on Instagram as a reel, and then I plugged that on all the other social medias, and I just use that movie magic thing. It's kind of convenient for like quick things like that. Yeah,
sure. Because I mean, so when it comes to shorts, do you use those more as like promo for the like longer video, or you kind of do shorts as a separate thing? Or
so
both,
shorts,
I guess
shorts is my big thing. Like, but my shorts are photos from like toy reveals or product reveals. So that's almost like a slideshow. And I actually go to a lot of times I go to TikTok to make that, because TikTok just has a better editing.
TikTok
tool.
has a better
internal, and it's whatever. And then it saves it to my phone after I process it, so then I can share that everywhere. So that's kind of my route. And like, you know, it's like I don't try to make YouTube shorts; they're just organic because I'm posting that stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
But the movie magic thing is really nice for if you have a bunch of clips and you just want like a preview of your video. Because I don't even keep the audio or use the audio it provides. A lot of times I'll take that video and put it as a reel, then provide whatever audio that Instagram allows or TikTok allows.
Yeah. That's kind of like with the shorts I do. I mean, it's just like clips of the figure, right? Because I'm using it just like not really promotional, but just like, all right, here's the figure. Some people just want to see the figure and the basics, right? Like, here's the figure, here's a quick comparison. That's the basic information that you want to know, right? Mm-hmm. Other people want to hear opinions for, you know, whatever reason. But so like with the shorts, that's how I'm doing the shorts. It's just like, all right, here's the figure, here's a comparison with another figure. There you go. And then basically just doing the same thing on each platform, but within those separate platforms, right? So like I'll edit the video separately in TikTok, then in YouTube, then in Instagram, based on whatever like features they have.
Right.
It's not a good process. Just
Yeah, and that's the thing. I try to streamline it as much as possible. So I don't want to say minimal effort, because there's a lot of effort just posting it on different platforms.
Yeah.
The quicker I can compile it and shoot it out, shoot it out on the next one. And then is what's really fucked with me. Instagram reduced hashtags.
The hashtags, right? Oh, mine got reduced to 3.
So TikTok did it about 2 months ago. Then Instagram did it today.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's been at 3 for the last month.
Mine's been at 5.
Oh, you got hit with that.
5 for the last month.
Because I have a whole Google Doc that has all my scripts and my hashtags, and I just copy paste and
Yep.
Now it's
Me too. Yep.
So funny.
So yeah, I guess they've been toying with the hashtag thing. Yeah, so mine dropped to 3. So because same thing, I had like all the stuff, my like basic stuff, right? Just in a little doc that I would copy and paste to whatever post. And I went to post something one day, and it was like, you have a maximum of 3 hashtags. So they're doing like a trial period. Now I guess they've rolled it out to more people, but at 5.
Yep.
Right.
It's
Interesting.
crazy because it was 30.
That's
Was it 30 or 20? It was 20.
They used to be 30.
Either way, 3 is not a lot to work with.
It's because they're trying to reduce spam hashtags.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the
And
day,
make it more targeted. Yeah.
We're reusing the same fucking hashtags over and over again, right?
Yeah. So now is the thing, you have to be better at descripting in it now.
Yeah.
That's what I can't figure out. That's what
I don't know if it helps tagging. Like, so if I have like a post on some Hasbro, Marvel Legends, and tag Hasbro Marvel Legends, and I don't know if that helps or hurts. I guess if anybody's running those accounts, they might see it, but they're probably seeing so much shit that they don't even care.
They're tagged in so much, right? Yeah.
I mean,
but I also do that.
Yeah, all the big companies, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It's funny because today's post, I actually tried to not tag everyone like I normally do and try something different. I feel like I was more successful that way. To keeping it light versus heavy.
Maybe that's one of the things they're trying to train us, be a little lighter,
right.
Tag less people, less hashtags.
Less hashtags. I mean, well, there has to be some type of natural growth to this, right? That's what they're probably looking for. Or they're just trying to weed out all the people who suck all the hashtags out.
Maybe, but also like TikTok limits you to 5. So
that's new too, though. The reason
is it? So I actually just joined TikTok about a month ago, so maybe 2 months ago. So
that's why I make most.
My whole time has been 5 hashtags, so I knew nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know TikTok, so I can't help you there.
No. One question for you, Kenny, is you understanding and getting into YouTube. What advice would you give someone new getting into YouTube, like today?
Reach out to other people, other channels. Like, this is something like I didn't do for the first over a year, right? Like, I thought I needed to go into this and just make stuff and try to figure out what I'm gonna do. You're gonna make content. It might be good, it might be bad. I'm probably still making bad content at this point. I don't know, but the point is, like, reach out to other people who are also making it, because like this, what we're doing right now, like, this is how you actually get involved with it and get out there and
network.
Network. It's exactly. It's just networking, right? And what this leads to is when we're actually in person at the next con or the next show or whatever, then same thing, like with Abby and I, it's, the 2 times we've been at shows together, we ran into each other. We already knew about each other, so it makes it a little bit better in that way. You know, so
Right.
yeah,
And
I
have
think
that
it's
conversation and
yeah,
be able
yeah,
to.
yeah.
The ice
It
is
makes
already
it-
broken.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes it easier
You
to
know.
conversate. We know each other already through the interwebs, right? In a way,
Yeah.
and it was like nothing changed up front in person.
So
Right,
it
like
makes it
you
easier for the shots to start flying.
exactly, right.
We don't throw shots here at
We just
Talib.
take
We're
them,
adults.
okay? That's
We're
My bad.
adults.
My bad.
We're not those kid adults who throw shots at people all the
Adults.
time.
Oh, the news says we're kidults with all these toys we collect.
That is
That's
also
what they're
true.
calling us.
But yeah,
No.
I don't even know, man. It's like I think it's just something that if you want to go out and make YouTube videos, then just do it, because I think I waited too I waited too long, but I wish I would have decided to do this 10 years ago, you know? Like I just
agree.
didn't feel like I could, and I didn't want to put myself out there to do that kind of thing, you know? And it's just one day I was like, you know what? What am I doing? You know, what am I doing? You know, I'm watching all this YouTube stuff. I'm enjoying it. Like, you know, I displaying model behavior, right? Like I love watching Dave. Like I watch whatever Dave does. I don't know. I just like listening to the guy. I don't half the time I don't even pay attention to what he's saying. I just like, you know, I just like listening to the dude.
And so you just like his accent.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But so I'm watching and I'm like, all right, this is good. And of course I'm watching like every other YouTube channel that talks about action figures. But then I'm like looking around and I'm like, well, why not? You know? Like I said, I spent all that time in the Air Force, and part of my regret with that is like when I was growing up, I had two things that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a rock star, or I wanted to be a radio DJ, right? I was in a band for years, and that I didn't become the rock star, and I didn't ever work in radio. But this is like the, I guess, way that I can kind of heal
that lifestyle.
Yeah, heal that wound.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But,
yeah. Did you play a lot of shows?
Yeah. But who's going to punk rock shows in Delaware? Nobody. So,
sure. Yeah, small. But I asked that because, I went through that. I had a band for a number of years, and we did a little touring, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You got used to that kind of audience, I guess, the attention of the audience, for me anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know, I always loved that part. I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it to a fair degree, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where at this point in my life, jumping into this with Abby and these guys, that's me getting that back in a way.
No, I absolutely agree with that.
Be creative, right?
Yeah, because
it's a creative outlet.
You're sitting here with a couple of guys and doing this. I mean, you're not playing, but it's like a band situation, right? Like you think about those moments when you're not, like when you're at band practice and you're not playing, like you're just shooting the shit, you're hanging out,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I totally get that. Yeah.
Can I just reiterate or ask a question in general?
Yeah,
Are you comparing our YouTube show to a boy band?
Yes.
You are my fire,
the one
desire.
Believe.
I am sorry, whoever is watching the show, that I just started this shit, but I wanted it that way.
There you go.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but
You know what? Us as these mid 40-year-olds, Lou in his almost 50s, we can all say we hated that boy band shit, but we all just sang that fucking song right now, like it was in the back of our head.
You nailed it.
100%, man. 100%.
I want to join it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at the chat.
That's hilarious.
There it is.
New Figures on the Block.
That's a good name. I love it. Yeah, but it's funny though. But like, I get what you're saying, but I don't, because I was never in like a band or a rock band or all that stuff. But this is like a show, right? You're throwing a show, like, but I mean, again, like the personality, right? Like, this is my personality. This is who I am in real life. You're not going to see someone different at a toy show, or all that. Like, this is not like I'm not bulking it by 10%. This is who I am.
Yeah.
You know, like but I get what you're saying though. Like it is a show in a way. Like I just like fucking with my wife about it. Like I just tell her, hey, listen, honey, I'm a YouTuber now, and she was looking at me, oh shit, it's a YouTuber. Yeah, I just love messing with her about it, and hopefully that gets me away from buying more toys, but not always.
That's right. That's right. I tell me.
You say, let's do it. Let's do it, guys.
I'm just waiting for the chat to start throwing bras our way.
That's right. That's jockstrap. That's not a bra. I don't know.
I'm glad you said it and I didn't. Thank you.
We should do a karaoke show.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And suddenly 30 viewers just left.
That's right. Yeah.
Again, it's about having fun, right? That's the most important thing. Like, I mean, again, I'm not a good singer. I already know this. I sing fucking great in the shower, but not here. I know this. But it's all about having fun, and that's really at the end of the day what it's all about, having fun. And you know, like that's how YouTube has been for me. It's like, you know, like when I say like this is nothing different, it really isn't, because this is who I am.
Yeah,
I will want to talk toys. I want to have fun. Transformers will always make me fall asleep. And
shut your dirty mouth.
I just thought he wasn't paying attention, so I had to say something.
Oh no, I'm 100% paying attention.
But just again, having fun, man. Like that's really what this was always about. You know, again, this is my third iteration of a YouTube show on action figures, technically.
Yeah.
Technically. You know, I started Plastic Journey in 2024 with Ish and Brandon, and I left. I was the one who left because it just wasn't working out for me. And then I started Action Figure Alliance with Trey and Alan, or Tyraxis. Trey is in Toyami Displays, and I left that one too.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing, I think it's me. I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
And that's really what it was. And like, it was,
and he needed people to tell him what to do.
And he got drunk with power and tried trading his pillows.
I never tried trading. It wasn't serious.
He tried giving away his Transformers.
I did give away Transformers. But no, in the sense of like, I get where you're coming from though. Like it is interesting how it all works, and like the dynamics of a YouTube show. Talent catching straight, dude. Always.
The cat's got my back.
The one person, the one guy. But I get where you're coming from though in that situation though, because like, I mean, we take a lot of shit too. I mean, we take our punches, especially more recently. We just leaned into it. That's the whole the king of giveaways. That's why it started. We leaned in. We had fun with it, and it was a lean in. I was like, fuck it, let's have fun with it. We can. I mean, technically, no one gives more figures away than we do, so
that's I would say that's true. Yeah.
So might as well just fucking lean in on it right at this point. Like, yeah, you got a point.
Have fun. Why not?
Yeah, but it's all about having fun, and that, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, and at least to me. Again, this is a hobby. I don't make any money off of this at all. Like zero. Like I spend more money on this hobby than I do anything else.
No, I think that's the thing that also, if you're planning on doing a YouTube channel about action figures, don't count on making much money, if any at all.
There is no money.
The 3 cents that I get on each live stream, it doesn't pay for much, but
hell, that's not going to buy you a cup of coffee either.
Not
maybe one a month.
Well, not for maybe a few months. No, not even.
So
black coffee.
I don't know if it was this addressed. So what was your motivation in starting a channel? And anybody else can answer this as well.
Yeah, no. So I said, just like briefly, I kind of touched it, but the whole reason why was like I was I'm buying action figures constantly, and like I have a pile of figures and it's just sitting there, right? So doing this was like, the reviews specifically was a way to make sure, like, when I get the figure, I'm opening the figure, I'm putting the figure on display, you know? So it's like, I'm actually, as the figures are coming in, taking the time to have a moment to enjoy the figure that I just spent this money on.
Right.
Now
and I can 100% relate with that, because that was kind of my motivation.
Yeah. But also maybe you relate to this as well. Like it works to some extent, but then also, like, I also still have a pile of figures that I haven't opened yet. That
he's got like 50.
Reviewed. So it's
I have like 27. So
yeah.
Do you watch other reviewers review the figure before you review it, or do you go in cold?
I go in cold. That's what I was saying. Like, I really don't watch action figure reviews anymore. Like, I'll watch them occasionally, but if it's a figure like I plan on doing a video on, then I'm not going to watch the video.
You want your own opinion. I get that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. Like, I don't want to, like, watch the video and then when I go and look at it, like, point out the exact same things. Right. Of course you're going to end up pointing out some of the same stuff, but like, I definitely want to make sure, like, when I do it, that I'm saying what I think about it in that moment. And then sometimes I will go back and watch, like, reviews of the figure, you know, just to see what other people are doing. Because, I mean, I was watching figure reviews for a long time, right? And that's why I was like, oh, I could do that. Sure, you know, why not? But I still, like, what I was telling them is, like, when it comes to watching action figure content, for me, like, I love watching display videos and room tours and that kind of stuff, right? Like, I love watching people build a display or walk you through their collection, you know,
like a room, like a room tour.
Yeah.
Like, and apparently those are hot videos too. Like LP, I remember when I first started YouTube, LP was like, do a room tour.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's guaranteed that you will go over 1,000 for sure views on a action figure tour. Yeah, people want to see that. Like, we all want to know what everybody else is doing and how they're displaying their stuff. You know,
it's ideas like that to how to display, and that gets you that much closer to that person. As much as we don't like, it's weird to think. Some of us have fans out there and want to know what we got going on. Yeah, and that's another way in.
Yeah,
that's kind of what got me into it. Is I was a fan of a lot of different channels I was watching, and it was like, I would love to talk to some of these people. You know, like, have that conversation as, you know, two collectors having that conversation, and it got me kind of jumping in here and cornered Abby, and I said, "Let me in." Because I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to make a channel on my own.
There was more involved than just let me in.
Well, yeah. It was. I had to pay more.
Northern Nomad is saying Liz Pants mom buys him everything. LOL.
Dude, his like stream the other day was so funny. Like,
it was. Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But the thing is, like, awesome. Even like LP, you know, like LP has been, I mean, honestly, he's been a big supporter of Figure Fight Club. You know, this is before I even launched the channel.
Yeah.
He's always helped shout me out, and, you know, I appreciate him very much for that. And again, that's like a lot of the YouTube stuff, you know, like, make friends with a lot of these people, because they will help support you, they will help push you, they will help bring in viewership, and that's what you need as an early start.
Yeah, 3POA is how I found Figure Fight Club and Yojo Jerks channel.
Yeah, and now look at Talib. Now he's the fucking co-host of Figure Fight Club.
For now.
Yeah, he is the #1 YouTuber free agent.
Damn right.
Yeah,
that's right. But, all right, Kenny, we got to do a members only after this. So
yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Yeah. Well, hey, Abby, thank you for letting me come on and hang out tonight.
Dude, thank you for jumping on. This was a lot of fun. We're gonna get you back.
No, yeah, absolutely. This is great. Like when you said we got to go 2 hours, I was like, man, I hope that I can talk for 2 hours about.
It was. I already knew it was going to be easy.
Yeah, so
I knew right away it was going to be easy. So,
do you like talking movies? And what are you doing tomorrow night at 11 p.m.?
Well, I'll be on collecting Justified tomorrow night. So, and that usually will go past 11. But I do love talking movies. So if we're done before 11 a.m. I hope we're done before 11 a.m. on Sunday. But yeah, 11 p.m. Yeah. What do you got?
Well, before we jump over to any shout outs for you in counterculture.
Yeah. So if you're looking for me, it's in counterculture on every possible thing out there, right? Just in counterculture. Whatever you're on, I'm there. I'm doing something there. Also want to shout out Justin's channel. So Just Justin Collects, Saturday nights collecting Justified at 9 p.m. Eastern. So tomorrow is episode 69. So it's going to be a
69.
Oh, it's a spicy one. Okay.
That's right. So, but yeah, that's it. Again, just thanks, dude.
Well, thank you, man.
Are any of you going to ZoloCon?
I haven't made my list for 2026 yet, to be honest with you. Right. I have to get permission from my wife. So
fair. Just tell her it's a business trip. You're a YouTuber.
I mean, every fucking trip is a business trip at this point, because I mean the thing is, Figure Fight Club is a real shop. It's an actual business, so it is a business trip. But
there you go.
I went a little ham this year, and I don't want to do that next year.
That's fair.
I heard it's at the casino, right?
Yeah. And I hear Ed Chinchilla might make an appearance. So
he made an appearance at Legion's Con too.
Legion's Con, yes.
I had a brief. I saw him from afar.
Yes, he'll be at ZoloCon. But that's it. So yeah.
Okay. Lou, how about you?
Well, you guys know where to find me. Here on Figure Fight Club, Tuesdays and Fridays, and maybe on a Monday every now and then with Talib if he lets me in. Talk Transformers on the Decepticast. Also, we've been doing Saturday nights on Talib's channel. He'll tell you all about that. But yeah, you can see me there. And you can find me on Instagram, LucidaBase3. I do photography, that kind of stuff. So we always appreciate all you guys coming out every night.
Lou, did you play bass?
I did, yeah.
Same. All right, cool.
Same? Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Oh, but, we need a part 2 now. We need to sit and talk bass.
All right.
Magic moment is happening right now.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
So there will be no treble.
That's right.
No trouble. That's right.
We're all about that bass.
That's right. Yeah. So, Kenny, 4 string, 5 string, 6 string, what'd you play?
4. Just 4. We
Okay.
were a punk band, nothing fancy. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Very cool. Pick or finger?
Well, pick, because I hate the sound of pick playing, but I am not good enough to play like finger. So
Okay.
that's a weird sentence to say. I am good enough to finger, okay, but I
That's what
play
you
pick. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
That's cool.
I'm confused. Are you good enough to finger or finger?
Abby, no, just stop.
Just let that one go, Abby. Just let it go, Abby. So,
I get confused.
and there's absolutely nothing wrong with playing bass with a pick, by the way. So for anybody that says otherwise, it's perfectly acceptable.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, we derailed everything there.
You did, yeah.
Where were we?
Enjoy.
Please.
Okay. Talib.
All right, so you can find me at Talib1980_collects on YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. I post I post news daily, a lot of Transformer stuff, some action figure things, and then that is all compiled onto a live pre-record Tuesday morning at 1 a.m. right after Decepticast. We'll get to that. Also, every week I shoot out 2 reviews, Transformers Tuesdays on Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and Action Figure Fridays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Today was G.I. Joe Classified Retro Carded Televiper, which didn't break on me like something else did this week. And then Saturday evening, there's a couple gentlemen that are in this chat, this video, this podcast that join me at 11 p.m. on my channel for Men on Films, where we talk about movies. This week, we're going to be ranking Christmas movies.
Ooh.
It'll be the ultimate Christmas movie rank.
Okay.
And it might smell. I don't know.
It's good.
Also, I'm part of the Figure Fight Club channel where you're watching us right now. But where you really want to do is head over Monday nights at 10:15 p.m. Eastern for Decepticast, where you can join me and Anna talk about Transformers. As much as Abby wants to say he falls asleep, you won't fall asleep.
You won't.
Next week, Anna's going to be on break. Well, no, this week, I think we're going to be doing our top 5. Then the week after that, I got something planned. So make sure to tune in on the 29th as well. Got some guests lined up.
Yes,
and then Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. on Figure Fight Club is open mic night. The link will be in the chat. Come talk with us. Don't be a dick. And come hang out. Talk to us.
Don't be a Richard.
Oh, Richard? Okay.
Richard. It's
And
fine.
then last but not least, our VIP show that is on Friday evenings at 9 p.m. You could watch this like you are now and see guests like Encounter Culture. Or others like maybe some other influencers, some toy creators, artists, maybe cosplayers.
Possibly.
That's it. You can go now, Abby.
Well, I mean, since Talib has said everything for Figure Fight Club, our VIP next week will be.
Yeah. Listen, never pain us. Won't never crisis. You about to glide.
My neighbor.
Your neighbor. That's what I'm saying. Like, Pac photos will show up at the end of the show. So
That's
yes.
awesome. I love him, man. He's great. So you'll have a good show with him.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to talking to Pac photos. The fact that again he's a DC guy, so I'm sure we'll hit it off really well.
Yeah,
for sure.
And
Again,
maybe he'll know where to toy hunt because I clearly don't know yet. So,
dude, I mean, at this point, I stopped toy hunting in my area because there's too many fucking collectors here. So,
yeah,
I don't even go out anymore. I just go to Amazon and Target and 5K Toys. That's where I buy most of my stuff anyway. So that's my hot spots. That's where I go.
It's cheaper on gas that way.
It is also a lot cheaper. I mean, I have an electric vehicle, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, no, yeah, cheaper on gas. But tune in, members. You guys will tune in, or hopefully you'll tune in. We have a crew spotlight for Initial Goose Creations. Will be your crew spotlight on the members only tonight. We're doing a giveaway as well on members only.
King of the giveaways, right?
We are the king of the giveaways, but members get that advantage. So, members, you guys will get a giveaway tonight. So we'll see you in like 15 minutes. Let's just say I said 11:30 on the show, but it'll be midnight. But we'll see you guys there. Kenny, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. We're gonna bring you back. This is a lot of fun.
absolutely.
Definitely.
I had a great time.
Fun. All right, guys. We'll see you on. I guess he mentioned Decepticast. He mentioned open mic night. So on Sunday, this coming Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will have my first live for Figure Fight Club Arena, where we're opening up cards. I'll have Art G. I'll have 78 points of articulation. We're going to be opening up One Piece cards. It'll be a 1-hour show. You want to join it? It'll be great. It'll be fun. We'll bullshit around and chit chat. And then it'll follow up with Sunday night at RG's at 9 p.m. live. So come in at 8 to join in. See what we could, see what rips we get, what fun things we could pull out some of the packs. It'll be fun. But we'll see you on Sunday. Have a good night. No, before we that, we'll see you on Saturday for Talib's show. You want to hit it again one more time?
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just a see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.